You are tuned in to episode 31 of the Goodfellas podcast. I am your host, G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru, is in the building. Big shout out to VP Shane. VP Shane has a night off. He's low management, low management tonight. Big shout out to VP Shane, man. Big shout out to BoxingFirst Vlog, man. Fresh off of his birthday. Happy birthday to BoxingFirst Vlog. He should be coming in here pretty soon. Big shout out to the general. If you missed it, he was on live last night on his channel, basically covering the Tank Davis versus Eastside Cruz Gonzalez pay-per-view card. So big shout out to vlog for that. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes, let a couple people get up in here. But it was a busy weekend of fights, man. We had the Devin Haney fight. Um, we had Montana Love was in the building doing his thing, adding his little flavor. Um, we had one of my favorite junior middleweight, Sebastian Fundora. He fought um, Carlos Adames. He announced himself into the division by defeating Sergey Derevianchenko. And then you had Tank Davis and Eastside Cruz Gonzalez. Man, that was a real good fight. Real good fight. Tank got the unanimous decision victory, but there's a lot of talk about that fight and how people scored it and how people should view Tank after this fight. We got my main man in the building, man, Conrad Boxing. Conrad, what's going on, bro? What's going on with you? Happy to have you on as usual. Um, but there's a lot to talk about. I want to jump right into the Devin Haney fight with JoJo Diaz. Um, for some reason, people are criticizing Devin Haney. You know, I feel like any fight Devin Haney doesn't get a knockout, and he's going to get criticized for it. Um, the thing is, he won that fight 11-1, 10-2. Um, the the closest card I've seen just outside of the judges was 9-3. Um, I didn't see JoJo winning 3 rounds. To be perfectly honest, um, it's 3 minutes a round. It's 12 rounds in a fight. That's 36 minutes if my Philly math is correct. 12 times 3 is 36. Out of 36 minutes, I would say JoJo probably had like 3 minutes. He had like 3 minutes of good moments out of 36. And JoJo is a top 10 fighter. He's a top 10 fighter at that division. Even though he's usually campaigns at 130. He's a top 10 type guy. When you basically beat a guy like that, 9-3, 10-2, 11-1, like you gotta salute that. My man Adrian is in the building. He said, "What's up, Adrian? What's going on with you, good brother?" Um, I have not been on the website yet. I haven't been on g5jefftv.com. That's a damn shame. But I haven't been on there yet, so I don't know if the rankings are updated. If not, they'll probably be updated tomorrow. Anybody that had Tank Davis winning by decision, y'all should be swimming in money right now. Y'all should be swimming in bread right now, for sure. Um, but we had the Devin Haney fight with JoJo Diaz. I felt like Devin Haney did a great job. I scored it at 11-1, me personally. Like I said, some people had a 10-2. I seen a few people had a 9-3, but no closer than that. There was a competitive ass whooping as far as I'm concerned. And Devin Haney is, he's one of the top guys at 135. You know what I'm saying? I really don't acknowledge the belt that he has, and that's not his fault. That's the WBC's fault. I do feel like Devin Haney deserves a opportunity at the strap, at the real strap. You know what I'm saying? Um, man, my man, my man Lyndon Arthur disappointed me, man. Like, oh my God. Bro, I lost $75 off you, brother. My goodness. Lost $75 off of him, man. I owe Blunt 25 and I owe Shane 50. I got the cash at both of them dudes because you don't want to show up. Big shout out to Anthony Yard though. Anthony Yard came in, did his thing, did what he was supposed to do. It just really highlights the first fight. He should have did that the first time. You know what I'm saying? Should have just turned up on Lyndon Arthur the first time. You know what I'm saying? But now people are talking about, it's crazy how one fight can change things. It went from, does Anthony Yard get to world level? Is he just a European level type guy? To now people are talking about he's going to be probably fighting the winner of the of Joe Smith's next fight. So we could possibly see Joe Smith and Anthony Yard. So it's just amazing how one fight, one victory can kind of change your fortunes. And that goes both ways. You could take one loss and people talking about you like you're a complete bum. You know what I'm saying? And then you have some wins where they just catapult you right to the top. You know what I'm saying? So, big shout out to Anthony Yard for the victory. Got him up out of there in the third round. Lyndon Arthur just looked disinterested. He looked like he wasn't ready. Looked like he just no enthusiasm, no nothing. It looked like he didn't come in there trying to win the fight, and that's disappointing because how he won the first fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think the first fight was a fluke. You don't win a fight with one arm and it's a fluke. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was a fluke. It was just came in and just Anthony Yard just dogged him. Just dogged him at the end of the day, man. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Anthony Yard, man. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with him coming up next. But tapping into Tank versus Eastside, Cruz and Gonzalez. I like the undercard. The undercard was cool. Now I'm not gonna lie, I got a little story. Ain't gonna front. I completely fell asleep. Like I completely fell asleep yesterday. So I had to go back this morning and literally watch all of the fights. Like, so I didn't catch it like live. You know what I'm saying? I didn't catch it live. You know what I mean? So I went back, I watched the fights. I watched the Sebastian Fundora fight. I watched the Derevianchenko Carlos Adames fight. And I knew about Adames before this Derevianchenko fight, but he really introduced himself to a lot of people against Derevianchenko. And I know I was talking to my man L Dub the Plug. Big shout out to L Dub Boxing. And I thought he really announced himself to the division and to the world with the victory. And my man L Dub the Plug, he said Derevianchenko was coming off of 4 straight, really tough fights. And I was like, yeah, that's true, but you can't really blame that on Adames at the end of the day. Like, we want our fighters to fight top level competition all the time. Like, if that's the case, we can't really, put an asterisk on anything. If these guys are just fighting, good competition back to back to back. And that's what Derevianchenko been doing. High level of respect for him for that. And Adames, he announced himself. Like, did he fight perfect? No. Was it a kind of a street fight? Yeah. But sometimes you got to win those. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to win those type of fights. You're not going to be able to box your way out of every single fight or knock out a guy every single time you step into the ring. So you have to win whatever fight is presented to you at the end of the day. So, Adames did a great job. He did a great job handling that fight. Said my IG is tripping. BoxingFirst Vlog, my IG tripping. Put the link in the chat. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat for vlog, and to be honest with you, whoever else want to jump in here too. We're not gonna rock for too long today, but link is in the chat for whoever want to come in and rap. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Adames did a really good job, man. I feel like he did a really good job, man. Like, if Charlo was to fight him next, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I felt like Adames did enough for me to, if they said Charlo was going to fight him next, I wouldn't be pissed off about that. Of course, y'all know who I want Charlo to fight, but that's neither here nor there. You understand what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But I'm trying to wait until my man Boxer First Vlog get up in here, man, because I actually want him to cook up first on this Tank Davis Eastside Cruz Gonzalez fight. Um, after the Tank fight was over, of course, Ryan Garcia, he comes out of nowhere and he has the things that he wanted to say to Tank, and this guy is amazing. This guy's amazing. Like, he's kind of like the new age Amir Khan. Like, Amir Khan, like, no matter what happened to him in the ring, he always kept his name high in the streets, high in the boxing streets, because he was always talking some type of nonsense. Like, Ryan Garcia is starting to do the same thing. It's like, I don't know how you go from mental health to your next fight. Your next fight is going to be against Cambosis. Your next fight wasn't going to be against Cambosis before he fought. You understand what I'm saying? Um, we got my main man in the building, man. Boxing First Vlog, man. What's going on, good brother?
Man, we in here, man, like swimwear, man. You dig? You feel me, man? I gotta be honest, bro. These boxing streets got hands, man. And I'm being real. You know why I say that?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Because they keep a hold of me, baby. They keep a hold of me, man. They got good hands, man. You feel me?
That's my guy, Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt Bayless in the building, man. Adrian, he said I had Derevianchenko in a 12-leg parlay, only one I got wrong. Ouch. Ouch, ouch,
Oh, my
ouch.
parlay came through. So
Ouch,
my bad
ouch.
on your shit, Adrian, but mine came through. I had a 6-legger, 3 from Saturday and 3 from last night.
Damn, Adrian, that's crazy, bro. That's a hell of a bet though. A 12-leg joint. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's gangster right there, man. Um, Vlog. I'm actually glad you came on at the time that you did, because I was getting ready to start. What the hell is that, bro? Um. Oh, okay, I got you. I actually wanted you to actually give me a thumb up when you're ready, because I want to actually I want you to actually get in on this Tank and Eastside Cruz fight. Just what was your take on it, just overall, just watching it?
Man, personally, Steve Farhood's fucking idiot because he had that shit a 1-round fight victory for Tank. It was more like 8-4, 9-3. It was an exhibition of boxing that we rarely see from Tank. So then we don't want to give him no credit when he's in there doing what the sport calls for, to actually box, stick, move, counterpunch properly, jab, things like that. He did all of that in this fight. I didn't see really a check right hook from him as he slides out the side door, but he still slid out the side door nicely, didn't get hurt. I mean, when we see boxing from him, we don't want to give him no credit. So I don't know. Steve Farhood's an idiot. And my other,
What was his score?
his was at the end, it was like one round. I forget
He had a
altogether.
115. He had a 115,
15
113.
yeah, he had something like that. Nah, 115, 114. It was literally
Oh,
one
he
round.
had a 115, 114. Well, oh, he must have scored. Damn, did he score 10-10 somewhere?
Man, I
I
think
don't
he
know.
gave the last 3 to
Cruz.
Pitbull, to Isak.
Eastside
He's the
Cruz.
first Mexican I've ever known to have the biblical pronunciation of a name that intent. Like, I'm talking about, he the first Hebrew. He from that line, nigga, because Isak is like the original way you pronounce that name, bro. That's crazy. So, but big salute to them for doing that and being stand out the way they use his name, and very distinctive. So, just to found that interesting, though.
Yeah. I I'm I ended up watching it twice. Um, I had it scored. I had it scored 7-5 the first time. I watched it again. I had it 8-4 for Tank, but my scorecard was not really the main point. When you have a big weekend of fights, you go to Twitter, you go to Instagram, you go to Facebook, and you get a nice little blend of hardcore fans and insiders and then casual fans that talk about the fight. And I mean, listen, boxers is like pure boxers is not really fashionable right now. I'm
Shit, it
not
was a weekend
understanding.
of boxing though. That's what we just saw that from the two prime fighters of 135 right now, or the two latest active fighters from 135 and Tank and then Haney. We actually saw great boxing. We didn't see necessarily unnecessary brawls. You know what I mean? We didn't see chippy fights, a lot of pushing, shoving, trash talking. We saw pure boxing. We saw it from a guy we used to saying banging, and then we saw it from a guy that we thought was going to get out volume and with JoJo.
Right.
You know, we thought JoJo's volume was going to be pressure, but JoJo just couldn't get off. He couldn't get his engine going and keep it consistent. So, I mean, not that he didn't have a few moments in the fight, but I know as a dude on Twitter now that when you talk about, being in these boxing streets, one of the white boys, you know what I mean? They, the mainstream dudes, we still tap in with them, try to give them a little bit of respect for their point of view. But he said he saw Haney buzz several times during a tweet. And I just thought that was real bogus. So when I was like, man, you tripping, bro, he hit me back and say, oh, well, look in the 12th. I'm like, well, your tweet didn't say in the 12th he got, caught. Yes,
Right.
your tweet said several times throughout the bout. And I didn't see any of that. And I went and looked at the 12th because I do have the Zan, so I can replay the fight. And
Right.
I didn't see him get clipped to where as though he was buzzed as if it was a Linares sort of situation. I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
I actually
So
seen that tweet. You talking about Adam Abramowitz. And he's usually spot on, but I seen the tweet you talking about. I seen your response. I seen his response as far as the 12th round. So I actually, I was meddling in on your conversation. So I said, let me go look at the 12th round myself. Did Haney get caught with a shot? Yes, he did. Did he do the stank leg or anything like that? No, he didn't.
that's what I was.
So it was just a good shot caught in the line of fire. Like that's just it was what it was. But see, a tweet like that gives the impression that JoJo did a better job than what he actually did. That's the part
Exactly.
that
So
I
you're
don't like.
misleading the casuals
Yeah,
who follow.
misleading the public, baby. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
that's all my point was to me responding like, yo, I didn't clown and then I just said you bugging,
Yeah, yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I feel it.
I try to keep respectful because even though I
Mhm.
can talk that shit, because we stay with
Hey,
niggas.
hey, hey, hey,
I'm
hey,
just
hey,
saying, so I
hey,
can
bro,
talk that
bro,
shit, but I don't though.
bro.
I don't. I'm just
God,
saying I don't though. You know
God
what I
damn,
mean?
you gonna get this clip, baby.
Man,
Hell
this
yeah, put that shit down, brother. God damn.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
Bro, come on, brother. You see what I gotta deal with, man. Kiki, what's going on? Like, oh my god. Ashley's corner, big shout out to you, baby. Ashley said, hey fellas,
I'm just saying, but I was
Tree
respectful.
James,
That's all I
he
was saying.
said, hey man, you can't say respectful and then the choppers come out, man. Come
No, but
on, brother.
that's what I mean. I can get in that mode and get real
All
greasy with the
right,
wordplay, but I kept it respectful and just told the man he was bugging because he
oh
didn't get slapped around like that. So stop it with the reckless tweeting. That's all I'm saying.
man.
I apologize. I apologize.
Well, my man Tree James in the building, man. This shit done turned for the worst, man. He said, yeah, vlog back. Yeah, he definitely back, man. He definitely back. Kiki laughing. Yeah, yeah, I just my thing is like at the end of the day, I thought Tank won 8-4. I thought Devin won like 11-1, 10-2 at the most. Um, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Ashley's corner said, "Did he show a 30?"
Oh,
We go listen. That Ashley, that didn't happen. Whatever you just seen, that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
That was a mirage.
man.
So if it was a shadow of a 30 you seen, that was probably a 30. Second Ezra, he said, "What's going on?" He said, Ashley said, "Look like an extra long clip." That was a shadow of an extra long clip. It was a shadow of an extra long clip. Um,
I'm
Yeah, I
wilding. I'm
just
wilding. I'm
yo,
wilding, bro, because I'm
I,
upset about the hate of the boxing
I
that we saw this weekend, and
yeah,
the
I
two.
just
I'm
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 with you,
really I'm really
bro.
upset.
I'm with you because I'm like, this is my thing, right? So you take a guy that's relatively a puncher. If he comes out and boxes and he has success, people are saying, "Oh, did you see how he boxed? He was a great boxer." But then when it's the other way around, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't give out the credit. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Oscar Valdez, when he won his championship belt, he boxed way more than he usually does. Now that's something that Devin Haney does on a regular basis, but because Oscar Valdez doesn't do that on a regular basis, he got a lot of credit. He got a lot of credit. You understand what I'm saying? For doing
He,
something that guys like Devin
but his
Haney does on a
boxing
regular
led to a
basis.
knockout, so I think it was a little bit different than the normal credit of he just boxed good, counter punch correctly, and avoided taking any real punishment. But the way he boxed, particularly along with the finest juices, got him the KO. So
Right,
you understand what I'm
right.
talking about? So I think it was just a little different, but I do get your point, though. I do get your point.
Yeah, it was the juices was definitely
Flowing.
they were what I like to call artificial juices. They were not natural. You know what I'm saying? Kiki said we ain't see anything. Yeah, you ain't see nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? Second Ezra, what's going on with you, brother? He said I had Tank 8-4. Pitbull proved he's not a scrub. I didn't think Pitbull was a scrub to begin with. You know what I'm saying? He's a good fighter. Good fighter. He's a good fighter. Um, I know you're giving me that look, but if you actually look at his resume, he got a couple bodies on there. He got a couple bodies on there.
No,
So
not that he. I didn't think he fought well though. I see 8-4 is to me rounds that Tank kind of just wasn't really on point. Rounds his hand could have been really affecting him, especially because I gave him a few later rounds. I gave him one or two early ones, and then Tank just went on a nice little boxing run. And then maybe I gave him a 10th, maybe looking back, and probably the 11th. But it was some later rounds that because Tank was off and he wasn't really trying to throw hard that you could give Pitbull. But I don't think he fought. He fought too cautious, bro, because he's a combination puncher. When I say combination, I don't mean your 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because in a clip on IG like a week ago, they was doing the back-to-back uppercuts that these two dudes had threw, and the one that they put up for Tank, I mean the one they put up for Cruz, it was an 8-punch combination, and he caught him with the 7th shot, and it happened to be the uppercut that laid the cat out up against the rope. So when you look at how he fights, he didn't give out that volume. He threw some combinations, those overhands, some hooks. It wasn't opening up to where as though he gonna eat something in between and it's gonna be the money shot. So he did enough to be active. He came forward, but it wasn't effective. It was like Derevianchenko. Derevianchenko was in the fight, but he did nothing to say he's in it to win it, or he had some highlight moments. Like it was a workman's effort, and I can't give him no real credit for that, bro. I think they did, and they was helping the pub him making it 12. See, the thing was making it to 12. You put too much on making it to 12. If you fight extra cautious, you may be able to make it to 12 against the heaviest puncher in the world. So,
well, I Pitbull was he was aggressive. He was aggressive in the fight. Was he throwing 12 punch combinations like he usually do? No, but going up against a guy like Tank, that's smart. You shorten him up. He was pressuring the fight the whole night. I think the fact that he went 12, yeah, you got anybody that goes 12 against Tank. It's only happened once. It's only happened once in his career. For somebody last, and it wasn't even a 12, they lasted 6. So this is the first time somebody's actually lasted 12. So I do got to give him credit for that. But I will say the most he did, if somebody told me how many rounds can Eastside Cruz Gonzalez win in a 12-round fight against Tank, I would have said on his best day 4 out of 12. So that's exactly what happened. So I think that was the best he could do. But when you're a guy, when you're facing a level fighter versus a B level fighter, the ceiling's a little lower for the B level fighter. You understand what I'm saying? So outside of that aggressiveness, it was like, what else can he do to kind of bring it home? And he didn't really have anything else to bring it home. So it was 8-4 fight, and Tank did everything that a pure boxer can do. And the thing that I like about Tank is that Tank did something that a lot of power punchers can't do. They can't revert to boxing. He was disciplined enough to revert to boxing. Now, as far as the hand injury and all that, when it happened and all of that, I don't care if it was round 6 or round 10. Like, he did what he had to do to get the victory, and you gotta credit that. I don't think the boxing streets is crediting Tank enough for what he did inside of the ring against Eastside Cruz. And I think Eastside Cruz was definitely a credible opponent. Was it the best opponent at 135? No, it wasn't. But credible opponent. He's a top 15 guy, like, for sure. Obviously, for sure, top 15 guy. You know what I'm saying? Tank did what he had to do, man. I just wish people was, giving him more love. You know what I'm saying? DM3 Entertainment said, "What up, fam? What's going on, family?" Said second answer said Cruz never controlled any rounds. He just had moments. Yeah, yeah, he just exactly. He just had moments in the fight. Some of those moments got him some rounds. But it is what it is, man. It just, I mean, I thought Tank was gonna get him out of there in 4 rounds. I'm gonna keep it all where you been.
I
You know what
had
I mean?
7. I had
Yeah.
7 on the fantasy. So
Anybody that had Tank winning by decision, you should be swimming in money right now. You should be swimming in bread right now. So I'm like, for that reason alone, you gotta give Cruz some type of, like, some type of credit. Like, he ate some good shots. He ate some really good shots in that fight. And Tank did. It's probably a lot of other guys he probably would have knocked out. Like, he got some whiskers on him. He definitely got some whiskers on him for sure. Michael Johnson in the building, man. Big shout out to you, bro. What's going on with you? My boxing son Chris G in the building. He said some people had a 6'6" Cruz Davis. I still haven't seen it yet. Chris, listen, watch the fight and let me know what your scorecard is. But it was not 6'6". That's about it. But you see a lot of people that says 6'6". Actually, people in the chat, let me know what your scorecard was for Tank and Eastside Cruz Gonzalez. I had an 8-4. Vlog had an 8-4 Tank.
I'm being nice. 9-3 was looking. If I could remember my live, I think 9-3 is where I had it though. I think after it's reading some tweets and things like that, you might give an extra round in on the kind side of the game because it still is a gentleman's sport, regardless on what G5 wanted to argue with me about a live or two ago. I think it's still a gentleman's sport. So being kind, I'll give it 8-4, but original call, I believe 9-3, pure shutout. Eastside Cruz just didn't have the length. He never used the jab. He never was consistent to the body, which was his easiest place to hit. He had a little 1-2 thing going on that got him close. And it was kind of like the same little combination, his hook, his left right hook. So either one was the wild one was getting off and the other one was clipping something. So again, man, I didn't see nothing fluid. And I'm being nice giving him 3 rounds, bro. I don't think Tank never even broke a sweat, did he? Like I mean,
Uh,
bro,
he broke his sweat. I ain't gonna get that disrespectful, but he
bro,
broke
man,
his
he was.
sweat.
Did you see him tired? I didn't see Tank looking for the second win. Nobody was worried about this fat camp situation and all of this hoopla from his
I'm
past.
gonna
I
I'm gonna
seen
tell you
pure
why.
boxing, good conditioning.
I'm gonna tell you why, because 135 when he's fighting at 130 and all of that, like that, those be the problems. They be the problems. 135 is right where he should be, and the reason why I'm gonna say he when you turning a guy all night long, you're gonna break a sweat doing that. So the combination of him turning him all night long and landing the shots that he landed, like, Tank put in a good night's work. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say he didn't break no sweat. But what I will say is Tank, like, Eastside Cruz. I want to make sure people understand what I'm getting ready to say. Eastside Cruz was pressuring, but Tank never rushed. You understand what I'm saying? When Cruz was coming forward, quick turn. He getting right back in the position. If you notice, Tank wasn't really packing it in on the ropes or anything like that. He was making his turning him, and he was getting right back to his square. You understand what I'm saying? Power punches ain't supposed to be doing that. Tank showed y'all something last night. I'm like, if y'all don't have a boxing brain to really see what Tank was doing, you know what I'm saying? Power punches ain't supposed to do that. So power punches ain't supposed to do that. These boxing streets need to give them a little bit more love, man. Let me get in the comments real quick. Boxing learner, really? I heard that Tank lost. Boxing learner, go watch the fight, bro. Go watch the fight. Um, that's about all I can say, man. But I would say watch the fight, bro. Second, Ezra said 8-4 is my nice guy score, 9-3 is the real score. Same way Vlog had it. Vlog had it 8-4, nice guy score, 9-3 real score. Conrad said, Vlog, what do you think of the equal punch stats in that fight? That's a question for you, brother.
Can I be honest, bro? Some of
I
the
wouldn't
punch
have it
stack,
no other way.
some of the punch stack keepers aren't validated enough for me. Just like these judges have not validated themselves, no matter them being repeat judging of fighters. They just not validated. I mean, I know they try to go to this situations and point out where they was on point for a particular fight, but we need to find out about these punch stack keepers, man. Because I mean, some of this should be off pace, man. I didn't see the man do nothing effective, land nothing clean. I seen some chippy shots, some wild haymakers, nip the chin, you know that. I mean, bro, I don't know. So I don't know if you can really say that the punch stats are on point to lead them to you make a visual decision of what you saw. Because visually, what I saw was a dude get outboxed, a dude avoid the money shot, which the way he was fighting was so cautious. He fought Mike Tyson style, throwing wild hooks. He didn't eat nothing in between because of his shortness, which was in his favor to eat counter punches, throwing shots like that. So if he would have opened up to the 3, 4, 5, 6 punch combination, then yeah, he's open to different counter punch shots. But the way he fought cautiously, and to me, that wasn't effective. It was good to make the distance, and if they put the bag on him going the distance, very smart by his camp, his family, auntie, cousin, whoever did it. Him making the distance was I ain't mad at him. But they knew he wasn't going to win the fight because his style wasn't showing you he was trying to win the fight. A double jab, staying close to Tank and ripping to the body, trying to find something upstairs, would have been showing me that, okay, he in it to win it. Not these wild hooks that you keep repeatedly missing. It's not like they landed so much that you thought, okay, he in this fight. He taking this fight over. He landed heavy shots. Come on, bro. I mean, I don't know. So again, I'm going against the punch stats from that fight because I visually saw the fight. Might have been off that Henny Black a little bit, but I'm still paying attention because I paid $100 for that motherfucker. So
Yeah,
I watched the fight.
I'm just coming off the rum and coke, but feeling good right now. But Conrad said it was 113, 112 on the power punch numbers. And Conrad, I know you asked Vlog that question, but I actually want to get in on that.
Hold up, though. Let me say, just to counter what he just said, Tank wasn't really power punching. Tank was boxing. You don't get your traditional uppercut hooks, your overhands, these power punches that are normal from a heavy-handed type of dude like Tank. We weren't getting them. We were getting a jab, a little bit of digging to the body just to help spin up out of there because he wasn't really throwing the check right hook to slide out the side door. He was dipping a little right hand to the body and just spinning him off. So I don't know about the power punches. If you want to throw a lot of straight left hands and call them power punches, then maybe they missed some of them. And that's why it seemed so close because the only power punch he threw consistently was the straight left hand. And he switched up from throwing the uppercut, which was missing, to throwing the straight left hand, which was more consistent and probably why he hurt his hand. But
yeah,
just my perspective.
Yeah, I don't really get into the punch stat numbers. Be completely honest with you. They're very misleading. I find any punch that Tank throws every punch Tank throws is a power shot. I don't care if it's a jab, a hook, a uppercut, a 45 shot. I don't care. Like, is everything Tank throws is a power shot. The 113, 112, I really don't know. I really don't know. At the end of the day, it didn't look like it was 113, 112. It didn't look like it to me. But I'm like, if that's what they saw, that's what they saw. Bottom line is the judges don't see those numbers, and that's the most important thing because they don't need to see those numbers because they're misleading. Second Ezra, Cruz aggressiveness didn't fluster Tank. That's why second Ezra. That's why I made the statement that I made. Eastside Cruz is pressuring, but Tank was never rushing. That's a like people
So
got to
basically,
understand
it
that.
wasn't effective aggressiveness. Basically,
Part of it is that, and you gotta credit Tank for being cool under fire. You know what I'm saying? It's both things. Two things can be right. You understand what I'm saying? So Vlog is definitely right on that. And a person being cool under fire can make the aggressiveness not effective as well. You know what I mean? Got to factor that in too. But I felt like Tank did a great job. He did as good as he could possibly do against a style like that. You know what I mean? You don't meet the aggressive fighter head on when you had the ability to box and turn him and all that other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Kiki, Conrad. Some of the stats are BS for sure. I agree 100%. Agree 100%. Second, Ezra punch stats are not reliable. I use the four criterias. Yeah, I think to be honest with you, I think the punch stat numbers are for the people that's watching on TV and the cameras. Like the real folks don't really pay that no mind. Michael Johnson said now he caught him with some clean shots. During the course of a 12-round fight, absolutely. That's going to happen. I feel like the same, Michael. I feel like the same thing happened in the JoJo and Devin fight. Like some of these guys land like the expectations is that they not going to land nothing. So when they do land something, it gets highlighted. You understand what I'm saying? Where Devin will land all night long, people expect it, so they don't give him his props for it. They expect Tank to land all night long when he don't give you like 200 joints, he give you maybe 170. He gets criticized. These are two classic fights where guys are setting the bar so high that if they get the 90% of their bar except for 100, people criticize them. That's kind of it. Just comes with the success. You know what I mean?
hey,
It just comes with success.
real quick, hold it down, Jeff, because we about to turn this into the liquor spot. No, let me stop.
You stupid. She said rum and coke. Yeah, I just got off the rum and coke. I'm feeling good today. I got a bunch of sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good, feeling right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get as exquisite as you, Kiki, with the drinks, but I likes to get it in a little bit. You see my man Vlog got his bottle. You know what I'm saying? He coming, we still celebrating his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Mine on the 26th. So if you want to shout out your boy later on this month, absolutely. I think you might be on mute, brother.
Hey, where my birthday present at? Where my bet money? I ain't heard from you. I ain't seen you. You ducking me like the feds.
How am I ducking you like the feds and you on live with me right now?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey man, listen, for the people that don't know, man, I owe my man BoxingFirst Vlog $25 for the Anthony Yard fight. Like I said, Lyndon Arthur, those shadows that you seen earlier, we coming you know what I'm saying? No doubt.
When you say when you hear the door when the door crack in the middle of the night,
listen, man. It ain't Amazon. I'll tell you that much. You know what I mean? Michael Johnson, you have to go round by round with the punch stats, but they be off. Yeah, they definitely be off, man. Like they be off, man. Bad. And Michael Johnson, I'm pretty sure but for the people that don't know, the punch stats are literally people that are sitting outside of the ring and they have a keyboard. And every time they think a punch landed, they press a button. When they think a punch missed, they press another button. That's literally what punch stat numbers are. Literally. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just
let me say this, Jeff, and
Mhm.
just like judging, when we've talked about the position of the judges,
Mhm.
you can miss body shots, you can miss certain counter punches that are sneaky inside. Because I saw a couple in the Derevianchenko fight on the replays, and I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, damn, I missed that little chippy inside shot. It
Yeah,
happened so fast. So again, it's
hard,
inaccurate, and it's hard
hard.
to rely on it if you want to judge it from a third party's perspective using
Yeah.
those numbers. It just make it
I,
extra hard.
I will say this though, even though they are inaccurate, I don't know a person in this world that can be accurate with that. I don't know anyone in the world that can be accurate with that. Like those numbers are always going to be skewed. Like you have to go by what you see, like what you think. You know what I'm saying? They that
Let me
can't
ask
go as
this, Jeff.
law.
Do you know if it's one person per fighter or
Yes,
one person per
yes.
round? So
No,
it's one person per
one person
fighter.
per fighter.
That yeah, just makes it difficult unless you're over top of the fight
Yeah, or on
to
the screen,
really
or you
get a
watching it on the screen, or you watching it
on
on the
yeah,
screen.
like, and you gotta
Yeah,
have maybe two or three angles while you're watching it live just
correct.
to make sure you're not. And then yeah, that's just hard to key in on that one dude because our attention span is going to drift with the action. It's going to go. So you're going to be watching another dude while you're supposed to be watching the other dude. So,
Yeah,
and
so
that's a natural
that's
process.
it's
So
difficult.
just hard. It's
Difficult.
just hard.
That's hard. That's difficult, man. It really is difficult. Good question by my boxing son, Chris G. Said, did Davis lose more rounds in this fight or against Barrios? I think Barrios did better than Isak.
Oh
Me
hell yeah,
personally, yeah.
hell yeah. Because
Barrios is putting
Barrios
that
was
work.
the boxer.
Barrios is
See,
putting that work.
the roles flip. The roles flip.
Mm-hmm.
Barrios was the boxer, trying to stay on the outside, use his size while he was out there. But
Hey,
you know, you pay the price when you're going up against a tank, man. I mean, how many times can you get rolled over before you get flatlined? You know what I'm saying?
hey, bro. You know the thing that's crazy? They gave Barrios for they gave Barrios credit for boxing against Tank, but Tank ain't getting
But
credit
they,
for boxing against Eastside.
wow. I mean, which is crazy. Isak 20 something fights. What, he got 15 knockouts? So he's a
Mm-hmm.
power puncher. Are you not going to be cautious? Are you not going to be smart? Even though you got your own hands. It's like, so that means be reckless because I got my own hands. Like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's funny how you don't. This is boxing, so you see boxing, and you don't give credit for seeing boxing. That's just hate, bro. That's just
Yeah,
flat out
but
being
you know
a player
what?
hater,
You
straight
know,
player hater, man.
and you know another thing, man. You know, a lot of it, the people that know boxing and be saying that type of stuff, yeah, they hate us. It's a lot of casuals that like. I know a lot of casual boxing fans. They come from that, you know, possibly mixed martial arts, or you know, they might have been watching boxing back in the day where it was just like all out brawls and things like that. Like they don't really understand the intricacies of actual boxing. Like you actually take them to a boxing gym and you see the different drills and things like that. They won't know what the hell they for. We got. I think we have more. I think we have more uneducated boxing fans than haters.
Hey, can I say
I really
something
do.
about when you speaking to casuals? When we see a lot of this behind the scene, that pad work, do you know? I think that's really for the casuals. When we see that last minute pad work, is that really working on a strategy? They're not doing any of that. So I really think that's the type of stuff that casuals see, and they put a lot of heaviness on. Oh, dude ain't accurate. He missed the pad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, something like that. Like, cause I know Tank was off when he was doing his pad work. So people might have seen that and just ran into the fight with it and already had a bias. So it's just hard to judge outsiders from the game. See, like, look at a fight through their eyes. It's like you already an outsider. You just happen to be watching the fight. Give them credit if they paid for it or whatever. But
Mhm.
I can't take your opinion seriously. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, no.
Yeah, it's you know it's really you know it's crazy what people be thinking and things like that. Now you know like pad work and things like that before the fight. You know that's it's a traditional thing, but at the same time, you know when you're dealing with a casual, like they may think that traditional thing is something crazy, like you know what I mean. But for someone that's like uneducated, like it's their job to want to learn. You know what I mean? It's their job to want to learn. And I'm like, if you don't want to learn or you feel like you know everything, like it's really no hope for you. You know what I mean? But that's why we're here. You know, we're trying to educate, we're trying to motivate people, we're trying to make people see things from a lens that's not foggy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes it's hard to, hard to crack that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's difficult, man. DM3 said, I know before this weekend I asked you guys between Tank and Devin who would win if they fought, but now seeing them both in action, is your prediction still the same? Good question. Vlog, you want to jump
I
on that?
gotta be honest. I don't remember answering that question because again, I was off due to unforeseen circumstances of being a OG, being a field warrior. We got a few injuries that's creeping up, and your boy got caught up. So I don't think I answered that question. But if I was to answer that question, I would actually give Haney the edge because I think he'll be smart enough to avoid the money shot. Being as though in the last few fights, people are saying he's getting hit in the mouth. So if he knows he's going in there against a killer, his defense would just be that much more precise. So I'm giving it to Haney.
I think DM3, to answer your question, I think when you asked it, I think I said I favored Haney in the fight. Actually watching the fight, actually watching Tank's fight, I'm going to slightly favor Tank, like 51-49. That's how close I think it is. Um, Tank showing the ability to box, circle, things like that. He really showed me that if he can't land a money shot, what are you gonna do? And I felt like he did a good job of showing me some things yesterday. I feel like it's a difficult fight for both guys. I really do think it's a 50-50 fight. Really, the only thing I got to hang my hat on DM3 is if either guy lands a money shot, what's gonna happen? Like if Devin lands a money shot, we don't know what's gonna happen. If Tank lands a money shot, you know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So it's
I
that's
mean,
and that's
we,
just
we
splitting
can be
hairs. We
honest.
splitting
We can be
hairs.
honest. Just come
Splitting
on now.
hairs.
Let with all due respect, and I don't have nothing respect for Devin. We know his money shot is not knocking anybody out of South of junior high school. So that said, I'm being
Hey, bro.
respectful. I'm being
Hey,
respectful. That
bro.
said, I
That
think,
is not a respectful comment, brother.
man, bro,
That
he
is
don't
hella
have a KO
disrespectful.
power, bro.
That is hella
He barely
disrespectful.
shook up JoJo, but he touched JoJo enough to make JoJo fearsome to
Are
just come right in,
blog?
moving furniture around in somebody's
Are
house type of shit.
you on camera saying he can't knock nothing out any lower than a seventh grader? Is that what you telling me?
Bro,
I just need to know.
he's in that realm. I give him ninth grader. I give him junior high, max out ninth grader. You know what I mean? There's still some junior high schools hanging out there and hanging around in the game. But yeah, 7 and 9.
The high school
Yeah,
freshman.
yeah. You might not get past Haney, but you a junior, you a senior, you might be able to go that 8. You might be able to go that 6 with Haney. I'm just saying. I'm just saying because he
Oh,
don't have the sting. Even when he combinate punch, the last one that lands it just don't seem to be that real head turner. That
yo,
like, damn, you know what I mean? He knocked spit out his mouth. Like,
yo,
I
I
don't think
love
he
you,
knocked
bro.
out a mouthpiece in 3 to 4 years, bro.
Oh
It's shoulder
man,
surgery. I'm telling you, bro.
yo,
You just lose a little pop on your punch when you get your shoulders and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking from experience too, bro.
I
So
feel you. I feel
and
you. I
I don't
love.
rearrange a few dentures in my day. So I'm just telling you, it ain't the same. That's why
Yeah.
we heavy with the walking sticks and things like that. We play a lot of hockey around here. You feel me?
Oh man, I love boxing first vlog, man. That's my bro for real. Like on camera, off camera, all that, man.
I'm just keeping it honest with the
Hey
folks, man.
man,
I don't lie.
listen. All your high school freshmen, look out.
And I
I'm just
love
telling
that.
you. And I
Love.
love Dev too. I love Dev too, man. Hey,
You could try to walk him down. You just gonna eat a lot of leather for it. That's all I'm telling you.
right,
So if you got some marbles in your whiskers or some cotton down there, you might be able to stand up. Just telling you.
right.
It's in your favor.
I feel you. Kiki said, I'm down. Said, I just finished one bottle on Saturday, started a new one today. My girl. That's what I'm talking
What she
about.
say she sipping on?
I don't know what she's sipping on. I said I had rum and coke, but I don't know
Oh,
what she's
okay.
sipping
Well,
on.
we off the black, and we got some goose over there. We're gonna bust the goose out tomorrow, probably. I
yo,
told you we turning this into the liquor spot.
yo, Ashley said I got a Krusty the Clown laugh for the Simpsons. That's funny. She said I love it. 100. Oh man. Hey, yo, my laughs change depending on if I'm tipsy or not. So you might get a different
Man,
type of laugh from me today. But
I'm,
DM3 laughing. He said you speaking the truth though. He said Devin better go old school, go chop some wood. Yo, the thing that's crazy, I've seen him chop wood in training. It still ain't helping.
bro, it's where I'm now. I'm just let me speak from get into this shoulder situation. You get the injuries, you lose your nerve contact. You lose nerve contact, the muscle don't get stimulation whether you working it or not. You understand what I'm saying? The muscle may get attraction, it may get that sort of just boom boom, we getting activity, but we ain't getting that core stimulation, that build up and just response. So when you use what you think you just built up in training, it's not going to respond the same in the field, so to speak. So he gotta stay precise with the boxing, and he's been there. I got him fighter of the year. We can debate that later on in the week, all week for the rest of the year. I got him fighter of the year. Tank strong second, and I'm got Fury pulling up third. So in Loma, he up there because I like that performance against the Japanese cat. So I'm just
And he
saying,
got
man.
one. And he got one coming up this weekend, man. So
So that's another one. I mean, just again, if he looking extra spectacular, I mean, 135 been lit for a couple years, and we still got the homie Emmanuel Tegu in the shadows, just
yo, I
waiting
don't
to bounce.
yo, listen, I don't want to hear shit about Tegu till he respond to our DMs, man.
Man,
He
that's
on
still
some
the homie
bullshit.
though. I got
He on
love.
some
You
he
know
on
what I
some
mean?
bullshit.
You know,
Tegu
we
on
ain't
some.
no
Hey man,
fanboys like
listen,
that.
Boxing First Vlog puts you on the map, man.
Yeah, I'm
He
just saying I
puts
ain't
you
no
on. He
fanboy
puts you
like
on.
that. I
He
just
puts
speak
you on the
highly
map.
of
I
those
listen.
I think that have
The
skills.
argument vlogging that I had that puts you on the map. Put you on the map, man. At the very least you can do is come on the show and come chop it up. That's the least you can do.
I mean, shit, if you come around my way, bro, you know you safe with me. Everybody's safe when I'm in the building. So you good over here, family. Come sit down though. You dig?
Absolutely. Conrad boxing, Devin will be very difficult to beat unless you knock him out. Conrad, let me actually respond to
I
that.
like that. I like that.
I like that comment very much because he's the guy that can box your ears off, but then he may not be able to knock out anybody above ninth grade, but he got enough sting on the shots to where guys are not coming in like just with reckless abandon. You know what I mean? So he got a nice little blend going on. But I want to see Devin go up against a legit 135. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Tegu fight. He's a legit 135. I wouldn't mind that fight. Um, there's some other guys at 135 that I would like to see him, tussle with. You understand what I'm saying? This guys from 130 that might come up to 135, and you know what I'm saying? Like, go see Haney, go pay Haney a visit, but a natural 135. That's what I want to see Devin Haney up against because he's fighting some smaller dudes. You know what I mean? He's fighting some smaller dudes, so that it ain't really cracking like that. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
we talking Devin. We started off talking Tank. Seems somehow we done slid over into this Devin Haney, the dream world, and he's the business. I did put up on IG earlier, you know what I mean, who had the better performance. A lot of people was rolling with Devin. And
I
and
thought so.
I'm not going to lie, bro. I totally disagree with everybody. And I never answered my own question or really like responded to the people in that dropped their comments in that way. So you hearing it for the first time right here. I do disagree with you. It is my own question and my own post. But I think Tank showed us something we didn't expect. So I'm giving him the edge. What Devin did, I already expected it. I didn't expect JoJo not to be more aggressive. I mean, I thought he tried to win some rounds, but I don't think he just was foot on the gas like, yo, I'm about to be A side for sure. Like he came in like he already knew the bag was secure. That sort of type of fight. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey yo, you know what pissed me off, yo? Oscar De La Hoya jumps in the ring talking about something. You won that fight. You got that fight. I
man,
can't
bro,
stand a liar, bro. I can't stand a
bro,
liar, man.
man.
Pisses me
I
off,
mean,
bro.
you talking about soup coolers working?
Man, watermelon, cherry, grape.
Man,
What you
he had the
need?
soup
Pina
coolers
colada. What you
puckered
need,
to
man?
one of them judges, bro.
Oh my goodness,
He had it
yo,
puckered to one of them judges, bro.
man.
So I'm
Listen,
just saying
I
that was
listen.
madness.
That was crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. DM3, yeah. We ended the year real good. Good on these fights. Listen, boxing on a major hot streak right now. Major hot streak right now. It's been a good year. Period.
I
Said,
mean, we got active undercards. You know, what I mean, these second tier promotions doing a lot of good work too. So just giving them a quick little pub, and everybody know who they is. You know, 2300 Arena and them boys that do their thing out in
absolutely,
Philly. I know it's a couple
absolutely.
crews down in Miami that's do their thing. Obviously, Big Tree just came off a good weekend out in
My
Iowa.
God, big
Big
treat.
salute to them. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So I'm appreciating these undercards too. So big shout out to L Dub who keeps guys like me abreast of some of these cards that I'm currently not always aware of. Because you know, Twitter, your feed gets so full, bro. It's hard to really always catch everybody and always be abreast of every single
Yeah,
thing. But
yeah.
L Dub is a dude that's able to almost do it. If he don't do it fully, then goddamn it, he the close that to it. So big shout out to L Dub and all the second tier promotions that do their thing, and just
Absolutely.
finishing the year on a strong foot.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Couldn't have said it better, man. Big shout out to L Dub, the plug. Um, he's a real Mike Coppinger for real. Definitely go check him out. Um, yeah, man. We got Nafia Charles coming up this weekend. We
See,
got
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Jesse
I
Hart
saw the
coming up.
post. Yeah,
Yeah,
hard in the
Jesse Hart
streets
coming up.
working. Yeah,
Yeah,
keeping the
he
name
got
active.
a top. I think he got like a top. I think he got like a top 5 ranking. So his fight is important. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to RDR Promotions, 2300 Arena. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, yeah, like you said, a lot of secondary promoters and things like that. Definitely doing a thing, man. Definitely doing a thing, man. Boxing in a good place right now, man. He said, hold on, DM3. This is actually a good question. He said, what does boxers today have to do to become box office? Uh, Vlog, you want to jump on that first? Because
Man,
I'm gonna start preaching on this one.
bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When it comes to what we think is really this, that's I'm gonna use for an example Ryan Garcia as a modern day fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Really, bro, that's social media hype. But for a boxer to truly become a star, he got to be a people person. I think you got to go old school and you got to get back in the streets. You got to
Mm-hmm.
have foundations in these major fight cities, Atlanta, New York, obviously Vegas. We know that California and LA, they doing their thing. Slide out to the Bay Area. You got to make the soil type of connections with the folks and be a people person to be the next box office bang. You understand what I'm talking about? That's just my one too. I think you
Yeah,
got to reverse the game. You can't depend on just posting and oh man, how many likes did I get? Nah, you got to change the game and go back old school and get out and politic mouthpiece. You understand what I'm talking about?
yeah. No, I agree with that, man. Just I'm put the question back up here. I thought that was a great question, man. What do boxers today have to do to become box office? Um, to answer your question, if you look at every single era that every era of boxing. I mean, you can go right now, the 2010s, the 2000s. It may be less than 10 boxers that are the legit box office, like legit box office. So it's very rare that somebody becomes box office. Based off of past and like present. To be honest with you, some of it just seemed like just some guys is just meant to have it. Like my thinking of how what it takes for a guy to become box office, I see some guys doing it to a T, and they still not box office. You know what I'm saying? I think part of it is just it just got to be in the cards for you. I agree with a lot of what Vlog said. Guys aren't out here really politicking like that. Um, there's some guys in politics and they don't have a backing behind them. It's a lot of different factors to it, man. It's a lot of different factors. Like you take like for instance, like you take a Shakur Stevenson, right? He pretty much give you everything you need. The boxing ability, he gets in there. He don't be running around like he get busy. And we've been seeing Shakur since his USA boxing days. I mean, back from when he was sparring Devin Haney at the Mayweather gym. Like we know Shakur. You know what I'm saying? We know Shakur. He was in the Olympics, highly touted, connected to Mayweather in a sense. Boxing career flawless. He had the signature performance. Can you honestly say he's box office and he's followed it to a T? Not exactly. You know what I'm saying? But you have some guys. You take a tank. You take a tank. He's not as decorated as a Shakur. You understand what I'm saying? But because Tank has that knockout power and he has the backing, you know what I'm saying? And Tank is connected to the hip hop community as well. Let's factor that in as well. I do think in some cases that helps. Tank is the box office. He the business. Like Tank fighting in your city, you probably gonna take off work. If Shakur fighting in your city, you might just catch it on pay-per-view and watch it on your cell phone while you at work. But Tank, you might take off. You know what I'm saying? Vlog in my line.
I had to take myself off mute just because I wanted to let you shoot your thing and then
Yeah.
cut you off. But
Am I lying?
I mean, when you say that and you comparing to a Shakur right there, I
He
think it's
just got
more
right there though.
they just moving them too slow, bro.
I
He
agree.
has the package, bro. You understand what I'm saying? His performance in the one fight against the African, I think that took a step back, even for the house people and his management and all of them. Like, hold up, maybe we don't want to rush him. Cause he was real like nervous. He ain't do what it do against, this guy. Like, so, and
Yeah.
it's an unknown guy. So
Yeah.
dude didn't look like Sandro Martin either. But at the same time,
Right.
he didn't look like he did against Herring. So I'm just
Yeah.
saying it that
Yeah.
hurt him. But I think just based on the package that he has, he's right there with Tank. But like you said, it's almost something about just being a course of action. That's just the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. It's kind of just in it. The stars are aligned for you to be box office.
Yeah,
You know
so
what I
for
mean?
whatever, and this is a big shout out to his mama, Miss Brown. I don't know her personally, but I know black women. What I'm saying, I got my mama and all that old shit. So, but big respect to her, because whatever she went through to be where she was at last night, like you said, it's just probably meant to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So for everybody, I don't know if that's it for Shakur yet, but I personally think he's way better than an ESPN stream in a one-time extra pay-per-view type thing that they do. You got to get him off that stage. I mean, bro, I'm just saying, bro. I think he's bigger than that, bro. He's old school. He's to me what Zab we thought Zab was gonna be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I.
talking about?
Mhm.
Remember how we felt about Zab?
Absolutely.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So
Yeah.
I'm thinking Shakur is that guy right now, and if you put him in the right positions. But again, that a lot of things have to work. The lights have to angle right. You got to have the door open at the right time. Somebody
Mhm.
got to knock at the right time. All of that sort of stuff. So, I mean, I do agree with the evaluation between the two, but I think Shakur is right there, though.
Yeah, and I think DM3, the reason why that question is so good is because I can bring up the pros and cons of each situation where a certain situation might work for one fighter to make him box office, but then it don't work for other people. Like you take a Wilder. Like Wilder was knocking any and everything out, but it took for him to have a signature fight, a signature moment to get him to box office. You take a Triple G. Triple G has all the power in the world, but he's actually not box office unless he's fighting Canelo. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like not all attributes match each fighter the same. Like I think everybody has their own formula to become box office, but I think the main thing is that I think it just got to be in the stars for you, man. I think
I
it
got a
really do.
question. I got a question for DM.
Mm-hmm.
Does he think the Charlos are box office?
That's a
That
good
that
question. That's a good question.
that.
DM3, reach out to us, man. Let us know if you think the Charlos are box office.
Let me hit the mute.
Okay. Conrad Boxing. I really do like the Cambo fight for Devin, by the way, not only because of the belt. Listen, Cambosis, he now I want to be very clear about this because I don't want people to think I'm bugging. Like I done had a couple rum and cokes, but I'm dead ass on this one. Cambosis has the style to give Devin Haney all the trouble that he need. And I'm gonna leave it there. Is Devin Haney the favorite? I would say Devin Haney is the favorite. But at the end of the day, I think like Cambosis could really, really give Devin Haney some problems. He can give him some problems. And it's the versatility in which he launches his offense. It's the guy, you got to hit Devin Haney with the untraditional shots. He's been trained since he was a baby to block the basic shots, the basic jab, the basic hook, the basic uppercut. You got to hit Devin Haney with 45 shots. You got to catch him in transition and catch him with a shot. You got to get him in exchanges. You have to do those things to get a guy like Devin Haney's attention. You know what I'm saying? And you can't get discouraged neither. You got to be mentally strong in there too. And Cambosa showed that he's definitely mentally strong. He could give Devin some problems, like for sure. I like that fight too. Conrad Boxing, hope they make it happen next. I think as long as Devin Haney's willing to go to Australia, I think they can make it happen. I think Cambosis, he's gonna anybody he fights, they're gonna have to go to his hometown, and you can't do nothing but respect that. He's earned that right. Um, and if Haney wins, he will own all the diamonds. Can finally pick who to fight. Yeah, I mean, if they believe in Devin Haney, if they think he's the goods, then agree to go to Australia and throw whatever bag because eventually, essentially, you're basically paying for the opportunity to become undisputed. You know what I'm saying? So I think Devin, they need to make that happen. I think Cambosis is down for the fight as long as it's in his own backyard. If they willing to go out there, go out there. You know what I'm saying? No doubt about it. Conrad, that is my hope for 135. I would like that fight as well. If VP Shane was on here, he would be screaming for that fight because it's unification. Second, Ezra L Dub, aka the Boxing Highlander. Yeah, we call him L Dub the plug over here, man. L Dub, one of the best to do it, man. Big shout out to L Dub Boxing, man. If you're not following him on Twitter, I don't know what the hell is wrong with y'all. Go follow his YouTube channel, his Twitter, his Instagram. Be honest with you, I get up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I do my own work, but L Dub's one of the first dudes that I be checking for. Like for real. Like he the insider for real. Conrad says some things is meant to be 100. That's what I think. I just think some things are just meant to be. Like guys being box office is just meant to be. Like take like an Arturo Gotti. Arturo Gotti was box office, but he wasn't the best boxer. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's crazy. Conrad said, agree, Jeff. Devin Campbell will be a hell of a fight. I could see a very close decision. Yeah, Devin definitely. Devin's going to do his thing in that fight, but Cambosis is a problem. I just like his versatility offensively. Like, I think he could really cause Devin some problems, man. I really do. I think he can. What you think about Cambosis and Haney if it happens, bro?
That's a 7-5 type fight, 8-4
For Haney?
Yeah, the length is gonna be too much. Cambosis is gonna go through too much to get home. Devin's footwork is way superior than what he saw from Teofimo. Teofimo was right in front of him.
If he has to if he got to go to his hometown, does that change? That sway your opinion in it?
I don't think where it takes place factors in when you're dealing with somebody that's a boxer. And when
I
you
think
have
it.
his style, hold on, man. Take the
I got you. I think if Cambosis gets a home game, I think that's a problem for Haney. I think it's a problem for Haney. Not in the sense that he can't win more rounds than Cambosis. Is how many rounds is he gonna get credit for? And you know how the game go. You know what I'm saying? You know how the game go. So that could be it's risky. It's risky. You know what I'm saying? I would feel more confident with a Tank going out there to Australia versus a Devin Haney because Tank can he can turn your electricity off for one shot. I got you, bro. I got you. I'm gonna hold it down real quick. Boxing learner, he said, "What are your thoughts on Sebastian Fundora?" Now that's my guy. Like I love Sebastian Fundora. I think I'm a bigger fan than other people, but I love Sebastian Fundora. I think he ready for some high level competition, man. I'm a fan of Fundora's, man, for sure. What you think, Vlog?
If I can get the floor for a minute, I got the goddamn army active like they fighting some goddamn aliens or something up this
Bro,
motherfucker.
them shadows you keep putting up, brother. You
God damn, man. Ain't no
might be looking for
nigga. This
you,
why,
looking for your
man,
ass.
my dude. This why I keep extra magazines. You can get a whole page. You understand what I'm talking about? That said, Cambosis, Devin, 8'4". Like I said, Devin's reach, his ability to move. He's never really stay in front of Cambosis to eat those combinations, those wild swinging shots. It's just too tricky for Cambosis, and he don't have the power to really be effective. He beat up a guy that's just maybe tender skin, and we seen Tiafimo swell in some other fights and take a little bit of facial damage and still come out the victor. So I mean, I can't really say that Cambosa's power would be very effective against Devin.
Mm-hmm. How you feel about the we had one more in here. My man Sebastian Fundora. What's your thoughts on Mr.
Oh
Fundora?
man, I like the boxing we seen from him. Finally,
Yeah, yeah,
finally. I'm
yeah.
telling you, I was saying one thing in the live yesterday. I don't know if y'all tapped in, but y'all should go check out the replay. Your boy was just sipping and calling the play-by-play. It was very enjoyable, even though the fellas got in late, or Shane did. He got in late, but anyway, when I was calling it, I was saying, man, we usually don't see Fundora box. We usually see him chopping down, coming forward, throwing those hooks, those chippy uppercut sort of body shots that he throws. And we didn't see that. We actually saw him on the back foot. So we saw boxing on the Showtime so-called pay-per-view card compared to the knockouts we saw from the Zan card. So it was just an interesting diversified that we saw more boxing. Adamas boxed. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, so
Mm-hmm.
between them two dudes, I thought it was outstanding boxing. And then Tank finished off the fight, off the fight card with boxing. So it just was an
Absolutely.
outstanding night for the actual sport of boxing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Big shout out to Sebastian Fundora, man. I'm a big fan of Sebastian Fundora. I
He
think
need
he's
that
ready
12
for
too. He need that
yeah,
12. He need that
yeah,
12, bro, because
yeah.
you getting up there, the competition's gonna start touching you. So we know he can be hit, fire back. He can take a shot because that nose got bloody, that mouth got a little bloody. So we know he can take a
Uh,
shot. And big shout
yeah,
out to Sergio for, what I mean, he had the one little quick 1-2 that was getting him close, and then he had
mhm,
nothing else. He never
yeah,
went to the body. So I'm
yeah.
hoping that the superstars seeing that, the Charlos, little twin,
I
seeing that you got to touch that body.
I like I think Sebastian Fundora, Tony Harrison is a good fight, man. I like to see it.
I
I
think he
like to see
mops
it.
Tony. I
That's
think he
fine,
mops Tony.
we still he needs a name. We need to find out. We need to find out.
I mean, he just took down a dude that was 33-0, so
Yeah,
that
but
was
it's
a
a
good
dude without
takedown.
an it was a good takedown, but it wasn't a name takedown though. We need a name takedown for him to get to the next level. We need a name. He need a statement fight. He need a statement
right now,
fight.
you don't see a sort of eliminator type of fight. I'm not going to say either association or call for this eliminator, but Lubin, Fundor, you know, obviously.
I think Lubin Fundora. I think Fundora is ready for a big name. I'm not really stuck on any one name in particular, but any name that's a popular name at 154, I think Fundora deserves a shot. He been busy. He been busy. He been working. He been taking on a lot of these guys.
If the boy Hurd stay at 154,
it's a good fight. It's a good fight. That's a good fight for him. Yeah, that's a good fight for him. Because I think he fought. Didn't Hurd fight at 160 in his last fight?
I can't.
No, yeah, he did fight. He fought Luis Cuba Arias. Yeah, he fought at 160. Would have fought 160. So I might might be trying to come back down to 154. If that's the case, yeah, Hurd and Fundora. That's a great fight. It's a great fight, man. They're gonna have to make a choice on him at some point. Like, when are you gonna throw him against some names? To find out what you really have. Because I think he's here. You want to not find out if he's here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
them mid-level guys, them B- guys, I think he can beat them all day long. Them solid B's, B+, A+ fighters, we need to see what he do against them. I think he's been fighting for long enough.
So you still calling Tony Harrison an A+ fighter?
No.
Okay, well you brought him up as a name.
I think he's a B.
Hurd is more of a minus, maybe a B+. Because he doesn't choose the right styles in his fights to win, but his skill, his physical stature is still something. If you can beat that, it's still a great accomplishment. Yeah. I don't know if I feel the same about Tony Harrison in a Fundor fight the way I feel about the accomplishment of Tony Harrison, Jared Hurd. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Hurd is a B fighter. And I'm talking within the division, within 154. I'm not talking overall, but throughout the whole sport. I'm talking about just within the division. I feel like Hurd is a B fighter within the division. I feel like Tony Harrison is a B fighter within the division.
So now that's what I'm at. That's what I want to get to with you, big dog. You said we need to see A+. I need that name.
Well, that's now A+. Now A+ in the division. We talking. Charlo's the only A+ guy. I would say what an A guy. I wouldn't say he's A+. He's an A guy. My man. You don't agree with that?
Not A guy.
Bro, you said Charlo, be careful.
Charlo's still on my pound for pound.
I was getting ready to say. So how you
disagreeing with that? That's A+.
If you want to say A+ within the division, yes, because he's the top dog in the division. So we can go. Right. We can flow with that. We can flow with that. He will be the only A+ guy in the division. I would say outside of oh my God, what's my man?
I got you. Textera.
He's a B guy.
Wow.
He's a B guy.
Wow. He just beat Adames was his last big win. I think he bounced back, had a loss.
Yeah, he lost to he lost to my man. He lost to my man who Charlo fighting. In the unification. Castano? Yeah, he lost to Castano bad. He lost to Castano real bad.
Okay, that's why I can't get that's what I'm asking. Did he have a win after that? Did he?
I don't think he's fought after that. I don't think he's fought.
I saw him on Showtime or recognize his name on Showtime.
I don't think so. Okay. I don't think so. I might be wrong, but I would say Charlo's the A+ guy. I would say
now Textera, is he A+? Now we need a name for Fundor within that camp.
Teixeira is not A+ and he's not A. Teixeira is a B fighter. He's a B fighter because he doesn't beat Charlo, and then he lost to my man bad. That's how he got the fight with Charlo.
I'm just saying it's hard to find that A fighter that we.
It's only two. Yeah, it's only two. It's only two in the division. So we got a bunch of B fighters.
Title ready. That's basically saying title ready.
Who, Fundora?
Yeah.
No, I need for him to fight a B guy for me to say that he's title ready.
So okay, oh, all right. Now you changing it up on me. You
How
got
am
the
I changing it
curveball in
up?
there on me. Because
How
at
am I
first,
changing it
when
up?
it first started, we was talking Fundora. You know, I thought he beat a level type of guy. You know what I mean?
And
Accomplished fighter.
who? And who?
And last night in Sergio. So
Sergio's an A fighter in the division. We gonna go
33 and
there?
0, bro.
We gonna who?
Accomplishments.
What bodies do we have? Who we gonna go there?
Ranked in two. I believe he ranked in two associations. So
Bro, you know he ain't in no bro. I ain't never heard you say that man name out your mouth.
not that I'm saying his name, but his name is in the boxing realm as a ranked 154 dude.
Yeah,
33 and
he's
0.
not an A guy. He's not an A guy though. I wouldn't put it.
Okay, that's what I'm
I wouldn't
saying.
beat it. I
So
wouldn't put him up
the
against.
conversation, that's what I mean. When we
Mhm.
went, the conversation went from we need the A guy. We seen him
I said a
against the
B or
B
an
guy.
A guy. I said a B
Okay.
or A guy. Yeah,
Okay.
B a solid B and up. I'm
I'm
sorry. I'm a solid B and up.
okay.
I
I'm
don't
trying
feel
to
like
catch
he's a
you. I'm trying to pin you down and
it
make
ain't
sure
happening.
we walking on the same.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. Listen, if he gets a, I'll just give you a range. If he gets a Lubin, if he gets a Tony Harrison, he gets a a Jared Hurd, somebody like that out, and he beats him. Even a Tim Zoo, something along those lines. He beats any of them dudes. I'm like, yeah, he deserves a shot at Charlo. It's like, who can he beat to get a Charlo shot?
Now, be honest. Do you think Tim Zoo deserves that fight? Ain't
No,
Tim
I don't.
Zoo the
No, I
bigger
don't.
draw?
I don't think
So
he deserves the fight, though. I don't think he deserves
no,
it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
Tim
I don't think he
Zoo
deserves it.
is in a better position as far as negotiation, accomplishment, things of that nature, to
Yep.
be that guy that's looking for title negotiations between this final unification or this
It's a
rematch
free fall
unification.
right now. It's a free fall right now. 154 looking scattered right now. Like ain't nobody really standing out. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's solid at the top though. And the Fundora, like we said, we mentioned a few names. I think hers still hanging around as far as just the PBC thing, because they obviously got it locked. They got all the belts. So we talking PBC. We ain't talking anybody from Dazan or anybody from Top Rank or any of these smaller organizations. We really talking PBC. So I guess we saying, from what I'm trying to get to pin Jeff down to, is that Fundora is either championship ready or there has to be an A name that he can fight that's not a champion. Then we went from no A name to a better B name. That's
Well,
what it
I
sounds like
said,
we rounding off to.
yeah, I said I didn't know if I was clear. Um, I thought I said B level to an A level fighter. If I wasn't clear on that, if I wasn't clear, I'll take the pen down on that. If I wasn't
Okay,
clear,
because
I'll take the pen
we
down
like
on
to
that.
be precise. We because we like to double
Understood.
back, and you
Understood.
know what I
I
mean.
done
We like
had rum and
whatever
coke,
we
so I
said.
done had rum and coke, but I know you done. I
Yeah,
know
I'm
I'm
off that
lobbying with
black,
a
but we ain't at your
yeah,
level. You know what I
yeah.
mean? We
So
nowhere near your level.
I will say I will say maybe I wasn't clear, but a solid B to A level fighter at 154. But it's only one. It's only two guys that I consider A fighters at 154. Everybody else is B's and belows. So with that being said, outside of Castano and Charlo, I feel like there's a couple of guys at 154 that I feel like Fundora can fight, and if he wins, I feel like he would deserve a shot at one of the champions, whether it's Castano or Charlo. We're gonna keep this thing moving though. Second, Ezra said I would like to see Cruz versus JoJo. I don't want to see that fight. Um, talking about Isaac Cruz versus JoJo. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Yeah, I don't want to see that. That might end up in a nasty headbutt and end in like 2 rounds or something. I don't want to see that.
You know a fight I see JoJo bouncing back taking, try to
Yeah,
keep his name hot.
yeah.
Luke Campbell.
Good name. Good name. I can see that. Good name. Good name.
I can see
That's a
that because
good fight for him too.
I can see Luke getting the bag, not taking a real beating, and possibly trying to win that fight too. So Even though I give JoJo the edge in that one, I think he really
Are
let his
you
hands go
are
more.
you talking JoJo, Luke Campbell, or
Yeah,
Eastside?
JoJo Luke Campbell. No, JoJo Luke Campbell. I don't.
Okay,
We obviously we not gonna see a crossover fight like that.
okay.
We know, like you said, why I don't think if he kept Pitbull for Tank, why would he send Pitbull across the street after that?
Facts,
You see
facts,
what I'm saying?
facts,
So I don't
facts.
see that just based on that from
One
Floyd and
hundred
those
percent
prior
facts.
words. You know what I'm
One hundred
saying?
percent facts, bro. I
But
agree.
now
One
we
hundred
talking
percent.
Floyd. Can I bring up the fact that they've confirmed that they tried to make the fight with Ryan Garcia? But yet you got Ryan Garcia in these streets throwing Tank name around recklessly, comparing competition, talking about Luke Campbell was a better fighter than anybody Tank has ever fought outside of Eastside. I want to say that right. You know what I mean? Hebrew Israelite, big shout out to y'all, you know what I mean? But anyway, Eastside, that's the best name that Tank has. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to argue with him about the name thing, but I think it's just kind of ironic that you want to get reckless again with your wordplay when these fellas are already confirming in front of the world that they had the opportunity to make a fight.
Yeah, I don't know the uh I don't know the particulars behind the scenes. I mean, if they say they tried to make the fight, I will take them at their word. I'll definitely take them at their word. Um, you know what I mean? What kind of offer it was and all that. I ain't gonna get into all that. But if they say they tried to make the fight, then so be it. I just find it very convenient for Ryan Garcia to come off of his mental health and first say that his return fight is going to be against Cambosis, which I found was funny. And then he comes back and makes his comments about Tank. It screams Amir Khan esque. You know how Amir Khan, no matter what he does in the ring, he says something or does something to keep his name hot in these boxing streets. And that's a Ryan Garcia type move that he's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying him any mind because it's just you done basically got out of two fights that you were supposed to take, and you went on a mental health hiatus. And there's no disrespect to anybody that got the mental health thing going on. I want to make that clear right now. But when you take a break like that and you basically duck two fights, you got to work your way back. You got to work your way back. You understand what I'm saying? So I really didn't appreciate him taking the shots that he took against Tank and calling out Cambosis. Like you're not in a position to do that right now, in my personal opinion.
I got the fight. I got the fight. I
What you
got it.
got? What you got?
And I do believe this is a fight they're gonna have to make
Mm-hmm.
because at some point they got to put him in a more dangerous position than so quote unquote what we saw from Luke Campbell. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to be Manuel Tagu. He's already fought on the DAZN network. He
Mm-hmm.
still got the Cambosis connections as training partners, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So outside fringe, keep his name active, bring Ryan back with a semi sort of name. Because again, people can say, oh, we saw him, last year, whatever, that sort of thing. But I
Right.
already know him, so I saw him. Y'all semi saw him. I told y'all about this dude before everybody even knew him. But I think that's the fight. I don't think we'll see the recycledness with the boy. I mean, no, I don't think this is not good for the boy health to be keep cutting down to 135 when people talking about uh he been walking around dumb heavy because they was talking about him, the boy that everybody done beat. What's his name? The little pretty boy, damn, what's his name again, man? I forget his name, but everybody beat him. Tank beat him, Devin beat him, everybody beat him.
Oh, you talking about Gamboa?
Yeah, that was ringing names with Garcia on a bounce back fight. Because
Man.
he a freebie, he a free agent, so obviously he could have slid over to Zan on a one fight deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like that fell in the boxing streets on Twitter real fast. So
Yeah.
who what you gonna do? You gotta bounce him back with a solid name. It's not
I,
championship material, so to speak, but ranked.
I,
You gotta
bro,
give him some.
I like, I actually like Ryan Garcia Tegu. I think that's a good fight, man. I think that's a good fight. I think it's a winnable fight. It's a respectable fight. for Ryan Garcia to come back too, and I think it's a winnable fight for Tegu as well. If he is who you say he is, it's a winnable fight for Ryan Garcia. I mean, I'm sorry for Tegu as well. It's a winnable fight for both guys. You know what I mean?
50-50 to me. 50-50.
And Vlog has it 50-50. To be honest with you, I haven't seen enough of Tegu to make that determination. But if Vlog say he thinks it's 50-50, then I'm riding with my guy. Ride with my guy. You know what I'm saying? DM3 said, I think one of the Charlo twins is box office, but the other one, no. Which one is it? I was behind the live. That's why it took me a while to answer. No problem. No problem at all. William Gonzalez he said, "What's up, fellas?" He said, it was a good card. Yeah, I like the card. I like the card. Lubin
I was
Fundora,
impressed.
I like that fight. I like that fight. William Gonzalez Tank beat that dude with one hand. Lots of props to him. I felt like he did a really good job, man. I felt like he did a really good job. Brendan Smith in the building. What's going on? He said Tank won clear as day. I agree. Leo and Barrios were good wins. Absolutely. I think they were good wins, and Tank is not getting credit for those. Brennan Tank KO Ryan easy is not 50-50. I think Tank beats Ryan Garcia. I think he beats him pretty easily, to be honest with you. Because those same shots that Luke Campbell was hitting him with is they are Tank type shots in terms of where the delivery came from. Those are shots that Tank threw all day long. So I'm like, if Luke Campbell's catching them with them shots, I can only imagine Tank is going to catch them with those same type shots. And I would actually pick Tank over Ryan Garcia within seven.
Now, this is
Within
why I
seven.
said a bounce back fight for a gentleman that's had some mental issues would be a guy whose power is still questionable and maybe unproven, and
Mm-hmm.
who you want to worry about being active, having active hands. So you got to work on something such as a defense, and maybe not keeping that chin sticking out like a fucking flagpole. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think that fight just for me just
Mm-hmm.
works out all around for both gentlemen. You gotta be active, bro, and you trying to stay active, obviously within your camp, because like you said, everybody, well, like they said, don't nobody want to make somebody else rich, and I take
Mm-hmm.
all of these guys feel that way. So you got to make these fights, and I just gave Dezan another fight. They need to shoot me a bag, man. I'm in the west side of Phoenix, man. Just holler at your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, that's a major league main event fight for you right there, Playboy. Y'all need to really get at me, man. I can fill the rest of the card out for him too, but we ain't gonna do the live like that right now.
Hey man, you heard what my man said, man. You heard what he said. You know what I'm saying? Um, William Gonzalez said, "Think Tank clears the division. Put Ryan against Cruz." Um, I,
In,
I don't. Yo, I'm cool. Listen, Eastside Cruz, right? Is for I don't like him against everybody. Like I don't like Ryan Garcia versus Eastside Cruz. Like I don't like the fight. I just don't like the fight. I don't even have no real reason for it. Like I just don't like that fight. I hear Ryan Garcia, Eastside Cruz. It ain't moving for me. Is it moving for you, Vlog? Because I really don't like
I
that.
mean, styles make fights, and the way Esoc fought last night, that style could be effective against Ryan. But my thing is, these guys are not trying to eat with each other. We've seen them do it with the heavyweight kind of back and forth with PBC and Tank with the Fury card and all that Fury Wilder card. So I mean, just how often are we going to see that? Are we going to see it for these little mini type of fights like that, or not for belts, aren't for all the marbles? I doubt that. So just based on that, I mean, I disagree with whether we'll see it at all. But do I like it for a style matchup? I think it's cool, but I'm giving Ryan the edge. I think he a little faster than Tank, and
Mm-hmm.
his speed gonna be a little bit too much for Isaac. And the style he fought with last night is gonna be the best style to try to beat Ryan, is to throw those overhands and throw those wild hooks. But
Mm-hmm.
again, I would just edge Ryan in that fight, but I don't think we'll see it based on the aforementioned reasons.
Well said. Well said. I think if you're gonna bring Ryan Garcia back, I like the Tegu fight. Um, I like the JoJo fight for Ryan. Um, trying to think who else. I would say either one of them two. Those are the best choices for Ryan Garcia right now. But I don't want to hear that man mention Cambosis or Tank or anybody like that, man, until you get back in these boxing streets and start doing what you're supposed to be doing, man.
Yeah,
You
he
want
out here
cable,
making
man.
face soap and all kind of shit, bro.
Man, bro, he
He
was just
mad at the
bro
fitness moves. I'm not
vlog.
mad at that, but this boxing, if that's the cake, if that's the bag, then let's get to the bag and get serious about it, bro. I
Hey,
just gave you an excellent matchup, and that's my guy. And I'm still willing to throw him under the bus and say, you could beat him. Just go out there
vlog.
and do it.
Hey, vlog. And I'm gonna say this too, man. I woke up one night, bro. It was like 2 in the morning, right? Woke up. It was like 2 in the morning, man. I'm flicking through my TV. Yo, I see this nigga in a fucking celebrity poker tournament, literally playing Hold'em. I said, "What the fuck?" I said, "What the fuck is going on?" I said they put a ring at the at the poker table. I said, "What are he
But
doing there?" Like,
that's ironic because poker's a mental game. So if
yeah,
you having
yeah, like
some
uh,
questionable
I don't
issues
know.
with, I mean, I don't know. That just ironic. I just
I
think
don't
that was
know.
ironic.
Yeah, I was like, I thought I was still asleep. I was just like, you wake up 2 in the morning, you a little groggy. You know what the fuck? I'm looking, I'm like, yo, I'm like, I said, I'm looking, I'm like, damn, I'm like, that's Brian Garcia. I said, what the fuck? I was like, I thought he was mental health. Like, I'm like,
Hey,
man, I
hey,
said, let
when
me
he
go
out
back to
there
sleep.
folding aces.
I'm like, man, I said, man, let me go back to sleep, man. Like, this shit was crazy. Hold on. William Gonzalez said Phoenix here too, bro. Okay, we got a fellow Phoenix guy up in the building. Big shout out to William Gonzalez.
Salute to you, Playboy.
Man, salute to you. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But we really enjoyed the fights over the weekend, man. We just want to see, fighters that actually box their way intelligently through fights. We want to see them get the credit they deserve, man.
I
That's
mean,
all we
if
saying.
you really look at it, bro, the whole entire card was mostly good back foot boxing, advancement, a lot of outer side door from everybody, from Adamas, from Fundora, from Tank, from Haney, even from Love, because he got his knockout off the back foot. So Montana
Yeah.
Love even boxed himself into a knockout
Oh
victory.
man, we gotta
It was
show him
just
some
really great
we gotta
boxing.
show him some love too, man.
Oh
Big
man,
shout
big
out to
shout out to
Montana
him. I
Love.
fucks
Big
with him
shout
on
out to
IG.
Montana Love.
I fucks with him on IG.
Yo, big shout out to Philly trainer Greg Hackett, man. He one of my favorite people to listen to. I'm gonna send it to you on IG, bro. He
Okay.
literally did his own commentary on the fight. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "Over the past 6 months, he was like, Montana Love and punching shit." He was like, "Yo, he must have got that right. No, so pack." I said, "Yo."
Oh,
Yo, yo, I gotta get him on, yo. I gotta get him on. Like, y'all two would be legendary on here, man. Like, William Gonzalez said, "How about Garcia Linares?" You know what? I like that fight too. I like that fight too. Ryan Garcia, Jorge Linares. I like that fight too. He said Love is good, but he didn't make weight. Hold on, Montana missed weight. Did Montana miss weight, bro?
I didn't hear nothing about it. I heard
I
they
didn't hear
wanted him
nothing
to
about
cut the
that.
beard down. That was the only
I
thing
heard,
I heard.
yeah, I heard they wanted to cut his. He
That was the
wanted
only
to
thing
get
I
his
heard,
beard
Will.
trimmed.
Now, if you heard something different, man, send me a clip or something on IG.
Yeah,
Boxing
they.
#1 ST vlog on Instagram. So send me a clip if you heard something about
Bro,
missing weight.
listen.
That's ugly.
We not saying that you wrong. We just haven't heard it. Yeah, if you could point us in the right direction on that, definitely let us know, man. But big shout out to Montana Love, man, doing this thing at 140 pounds, man. You know it would be a good fight, yo. Montana Love and Barrios. That's a good fight.
Oh fuck yeah!
That's a good
But that's
fight.
the crossover fight, man.
That's a
I
good
mean,
fight.
is Barrios a free agent or is he?
I
Is
think he
he?
a free agent. I think he a free agent, bro. They might be able to make that work.
I
They
know
might be able
he
to make that
just
good.
added another trainer recently. I just heard that because I fucks with him on IG.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
know he just added a trainer or something. So I
yeah.
mean, a little change. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong. And again, I fucks with him heavy, man. Because again, like I said, I had him up. I had him up big against Tank. I think at
Yeah,
least 4 rounds.
Yeah. Um. Actually, I'm gonna do this probably in a later show. There's a friend of mine that's on there's a friend of mine that's on IG. She she's in New Orleans, and some of her people had a really bad fire. So she's doing a GoFundMe. I'm gonna get some more information on that.
Yeah, put
So
the
we
link
might
up,
do
bro.
yeah, we might do a little something. We might do a little something. Maybe we're gonna run it through maybe like this week and maybe next week. I had Shane put it on the actual website. But we gonna I'm gonna get like I said, I'm gonna get some more detailed information on that. But she a good friend of mine, so we gonna look into that. And I might need for y'all to just we don't ask y'all for much, man. You know what I mean? Might need
Yeah,
y'all to what I'm saying
for a couple
chip in
fighters.
on that. Yeah, couple wazoos on that. You know what I'm saying? He said damn, second Ezra said he was 4 pounds overweight. Whoa, listen, I take my love back. For real, you was 4 pounds overweight. I see why you was punching shit,
But
bro. That take,
hold up,
bro.
I seen the clip with the dog and all of that. So
He said he was 4 pounds over.
I didn't have the audio on, so I mean I could have missed that.
Yo,
I do remember he stepped out. Remember
okay,
you had the dog with him.
yeah, yeah,
Was it the
yeah.
dog? Was it 4 pounds?
Nah, they said he was 4 pounds over. So I can understand why he was punching the way he was punching. Okay, I
I don't
gotta.
know. 4 pounds don't do you like that, bro.
Hold on. I gotta look this up, man. Hold on.
Yeah, bro.
Hold
I
on.
don't know.
I
Four
gotta
pounds
look.
do you
I
like that? I think
I
his
hold
dude was just fighting face first, and he kept stepping into them shots, bro. So all Love had to do was just step back and let him run into something, and that's exactly what happened. So I don't
I'm
think even missing weight gave him that punch advantage, not by 4 pounds. Now you talking 8, 10 pounds? Yeah, I give you something.
hold on. I'm trying to hold on a second.
But I get the principle of being on point. I get that. That's just part of
Four
my
pounds is
mental thing. So if he was
yeah.
on 4 pounds, he was too much worried about the selling of the fight, the selling of the event that could affect that last minute, you know, hitting the fat suit and all of that type of shit. Oh, well, I gotta go over here and take these pictures. So yeah,
Yeah,
and it's a big
it did
event.
happen. It
So
did happen. I just read it.
yeah, that's
It
what I'm
happened.
saying.
So
So
yeah.
I would a dude like Montana Love who's still working on building his persona up. It was probably a bit more activities added to his schedule that affected his last minute cutting because we haven't seen or heard this from him just in the past. He hasn't somebody
Yeah.
that struggled
I
to make weight regularly. So
yeah. I yeah, some 4 pounds is a lot. And it's
it
not
is a
in
lot
this
for 140.
it's
It's a
yeah,
lot.
it's not in the sense of the pounds, it's in the sense of the other guy put in extra work to make the weight and the other guy didn't. That's the point of it. You understand what I'm saying? So, but Montana's
But you
love is
feel
not
me though.
known for
But you
that though.
feel me though,
No,
Jeff. You
I
feel me.
understand. No, I agree.
So
I agree with
not to
what you're
say that
saying.
it's an excuse, but we as
I,
fans, as media people, we gotta kind of
I,
understand that.
I don't think I don't know. I don't know. To be honest with you,
I'm just looking at it
if
from
you're
a
correct,
third eye point of
but
view.
vlog, I'm gonna tell you this: if that's the case, then he don't need to fight big time. And we talked about that off camera.
He don't need to what?
He don't need to fight any big time fights if that's the case. If that's the exact reason why he missed weight, then he don't need to
No,
fight
bro.
any
But
mad
hold up.
prime time fights.
Can't you look at it this way that fighters that are elevating gotta go through these learning experiences? We've seen Tank on this road before. You see what I'm saying? He's a megastar. Look where he's
Yeah,
at now. Looking good
yeah,
at 135, going 12 rounds, boxing, moving.
right. Which
So
goes to my point. He had the same type of media responsibilities in a lot of his fights.
who? Montana Love?
No, Tank.
That's my point. He's used the past experiences to mold it around responsibilities, training, staying sharp, staying on point. You see what I'm saying? He's
I,
used it's like, bro, you can't
I
learn unless you make mistakes. So For a dude like Montana Love, who's a potential star, I can't let this platform do him like that, bro. I think we gotta understand
bro,
the stage, bro. We gotta
bro,
understand that.
4 pounds is. I understand what you're saying. 4 pounds is a lot. That's a lot, bro. That's a
No, bro,
lot. That's a lot.
7,
Huh?
6,
Bro,
5.
when you there's very few, you can count on two hands in boxing history where a guy's weighed in 6 or 7 pounds over. 4 is a lot, bro. Four
Alright.
is a lot.
I
I'm
mean,
just saying, I'm
it's
just
a
saying,
lot for most people.
I'm a
It's a lot
Montana
for
Love
140.
fan. I'm a
It's a
Montana
lot for
Love fan
140.
just like you are. But four
No,
pounds is a lot.
I'm just saying, when you gotta analyze why would a guy like that, who is a dude that's somewhat, we see him in the gym, a lot of workout, a lot of physique, sort of, molding his persona around his physique. That got to have been because of just requirements, extra time that you didn't pattern yourself for, because the stage is starting to grow and outside requirements are becoming more. You feel what
Yeah,
I'm talking about? So
I
I'm
feel
just
you.
looking at it from that perspective,
I
trying to give a future star a break and don't want to just
I
body
I'm gonna
slam
give
him
him.
to the carpet and then drop the Macho Man Randy Savage elbow on him. I don't want to
I
do it
listen.
like
I'm not doing that. I'm
okay.
not doing that. I feel like everybody goes through things in camp. Everybody goes through things in camp, and fighters are not 100% going into the ring. My thing is this: if somebody signs up for 140 and you coming in at 144, obviously something went wrong. Where you want to point to, um, that's somebody's own personal choice. But because Montana Love is not known for this, no matter what the reason is, whether it's too much media stuff, whatever, I'm not gonna really get at him for that. All I'm gonna say is I hope that doesn't happen when he gets a title shot. I hope that doesn't happen when he get a title shot. And 4 pounds is a lot, but I'm not going. No pun intended. I'm not going to dog him for it though. I'm
Hey,
not going to
do
dog him
me a
for it.
favor.
Mhm.
Tell Shane to clip this, send a little snippet to Montana so his peoples can use the game that I'm talking about and they can put it in their Rolodex and they can start patterning the day-to-day activities around these growing responsibilities of a budding
But
star.
see,
That's
I
all
don't.
I'm saying.
I understood, but I'm your logic in that. There's 9 out of 10 guys that have those responsibilities make weight. You very rarely hear guys that's in prime time fights miss weight. We can go back
Okay.
throughout boxing history.
Can you name me a time where a guy in Montana Love's position has been a co-main on a mega undercard such as this
Mhm.
and had the media responsibilities and just been precise about everything about the sport? Like, everybody hasn't been able to do that because there's a reason why we run into these issues with guys being overweight or guys training too much, guys under training, certain responsibilities that go with promoting the fight, that go with selling the event. I think this was his biggest stage in his career. And I'm just kind of understanding that from a media perspective, not even from a
I
fan perspective. Because a fan, if I was betting on him, they probably want my money back from the neighborhood bookie. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
uh,
you collected,
I
man. We coming to collect back. This motherfucker missed weight. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean?
only the only reason I don't want to sign up for that is because I don't want to give that excuse to every single person that misses weight that's in that same position. I don't want to give them that. So until Montana Love and his people tell me that was an issue, or if someone in that position, like you said, misses weight and they've had elevated media responsibilities and they say out of their own mouth that that has something to do with it, I'm not gonna sign up for that. I'm just not gonna sign up for it until somebody tells me for sure that was part of the problem. I haven't heard anybody say that was part of your problem. I know that's part of your logic. I'm just not gonna sign up for it. I know that's part of your
I
logic,
mean,
bro. and I'm not disrespecting it at
Don't
all.
put that just on me. I'm just
Bro,
trying
you the only person. You the only person on God's green earth that is given that type of perspective.
That's not
it.
a common sense perspective based on
Hell
shoes
no.
that have to be
Hell
walked through.
no. Hell no.
Okay,
that is a boxing first
us,
vlog perspective.
So hold up. So us all common men that we are going to elevate to this next level and be totally prepared for it. Not be off cue.
No,
on some situation. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying is the majority of fighters throughout boxing history, when they get to that elevated level, 9 out of 10 of them make weight. And if they miss weight, it's only by like a pound. It's not 4.
All right, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
We talking about
if Tegu miss weight by 4 pounds, I don't think you gonna give me.
I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted.
Exactly.
He doesn't have the outside responsibilities that a budding star under the limelight, one of the biggest. Let me just keep it solid. Black fighters that Eddie Hearn actually has as an American. Just a solid dude in the ring, promotable wise, pretty boy, all of this good stuff going on, marketable guy, you know what I mean? This swagger and everything of this modern day that these young bucks that he follow. You feel me? And that the young girls follow too. So that being said, you know what I mean? I get it. But that's why I'm understanding of might have been a little bit too much on the plate for this particular stage.
Lennar, I know you in here. I just want to get this out the way before I let you get in here because I can't believe you.
I mean,
my thing is this: the reason
before the day was over, I just knew
we were going pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie, we was going pretty good.
That's what's real about this shit right here, bro. That's what's real about this boxing talk. So I'm hoping everybody loving it. Y'all sharing, liking, hitting that sub button, all of that, man.
Absolutely.
And let the folks know, man, we chop good game over here, man. We
absolutely. And the thing is, and I'm not what I want to make very clear before I get Lennar up in here. I'm not saying that what Vlog is stating is impossible. I'm not saying that at all. Is there an adjustment that has to be made when you go from a 2300 arena fight? No disrespect to 2300, but a 2300 arena type fight to a pay-per-view type card. Is the media obligations different? Yes, it is. It is different. It's more media that you have to do. The reason why I'm saying I wouldn't lean on that is I'll give you this example, right? Let's just say we'll take Emmanuel Tegu, right? Let's just say he gets the Ryan Garcia fight. He has more media coverage than he ever does in his life, his boxing life. They say, you know what, Tegu, we got 800,000 for you right now. And I'm just gonna put yourself in Emmanuel Tegu's shoes, love. You got 800K on the table in the biggest fight of your career. Are you gonna let media coverage stop you from making weight?
In that situation, no. But in the situation of somebody with the persona that they're selling, they're not just selling his ring ability. They're selling the pretty boyness. That's what he came with the dog with. That's why he did the Mexican thing. They're selling an outside persona. So when his plate is full with those sort of antics, it can affect minute things like last minute road work, last minute fat suit, last minute diet plan type of shit. You understand what I'm talking about? He could have been one of them dudes that was somewhere asleep in the corner. And
I listen. I just
and running,
bro. I'm just saying you giving him a pass, man. It sounds like you giving him a pass a little bit. That's
man. I'm not being controversial. I hope the fans and the folks in the building.
I don't think so either.
I'm trying to be a little bit logical to when when the lights get a little brighter.
Bro, it's a little more leeway than what I usually expect from you. A little more leeway than I usually expect because the thing is this.
Maybe it's the Hennessy Black that's giving me some
logic. I don't know. I gotta get my man. I gotta get my man Lennar Thomas in the building, man. Big shout out to you, bro. Hold on. Hey, bro, take yourself off. There you go. Lenore
Yeah.
Thomas in the building, man. Big shout out to you, bro. What's going on, family?
Hey, what's going on, bro? G5 classification to talk on any
Hey,
boxing subject. That's my new name for me,
absolutely.
man. That's the little G5 jet.
Absolutely.
G5 classification. So,
Absolutely,
man, what?
bro. Cook up,
How you
bro.
doing? How you doing, boxing first vlog?
Hey, we here to
Doing
listen to
good.
you, brother. We
Okay.
here to
Oh,
listen to
okay.
you, man. What's
So,
up with you?
man, boxing. Okay, for sure.
It's just
Man,
me,
box.
baby. I'm just here. You know what I mean? I'm blessed
Okay.
to be in your presence. You know what
We
I
here
mean?
to listen
Man,
to you,
appreciate
brother.
it.
You go ahead.
Okay, appreciate it, Kings. All right, so check this out, man. Boxing has really been good these last couple of weeks, man. I mean, let's be.
Facts.
It's coming back. It is really
Facts.
coming back, and these
Mm-hmm.
cards have been pretty good too. These
Mm-hmm.
cards have been pretty good. I'm getting my. I mean, not that I pay for some of these, but still, I mean, I wouldn't feel asked out if if I paid for it, I got my money's worth, low key with the whole card.
Facts.
So I mean, that's been pretty good. And when you
Hey,
when
I
you
paid
see
it
that.
last night, and it was my birthday. You feel me?
My,
And I
oh,
still
you just said
enjoyed myself.
I'm December baby too. My birthday's on the 12th. It's coming up.
Hey,
Salute,
man.
salute, salute.
Okay,
Happy
yeah,
early bird.
December baby
Mine on
too.
the 26th.
Appreciate it.
So, you know.
Oh, damn, we got December. No
Yeah, we
wonder.
got December all the way through. All the way through here.
That's right. So yeah, now it's been good, man, and it's been but the thing about okay, but now let's touch about the performances though.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's kind of hard because like any one of these niggas, I mean, it's a toss up fight because I can see ways that I mean, even though Haney did a good job, he's one of my favorite up and coming fighters. You know, he has some defensive flaws and he lacks some power. But Javante
Mm-hmm.
Tank Davis, he went 12 rounds with somebody a lot of people haven't even heard of. So it's like I'm starting to think that any one of these dudes at lightweight, from like 130 to 135, possibly 140, man, it can be a toss up fight, man. It really can, because I can't. Can you really confidently say Haney beats Cambosis, Cambosis beats Haney, Durante beats Haney, Cambosis beat Ryan Garcia beats Javante, whatever the case may be. I mean, the way
Yes,
you got
I
to
can.
perform it, I can't. I
I can
can't
be
make it as
honest, young
close as
buck. I don't
close.
want to cut you off, but I think I can answer a lot of those fight matchups that you threw out there. I think
Uh,
it's good fights though. What I want to add to what you're saying, everything you were saying makes all great fights, makes platforms like this possible, keep us active, keep us busy, keep us on our toes. So
mhm.
but I think it's outcomes to each fight that's plausible that we could definitely kind of solidify and agree with and come to a conclusion. Yeah, I think so.
But I mean, but can you do with confidence though? Could you 100% say, okay, this guy's is clearly a cut above the rest?
From a betting man's perspective, so that means you putting your money where your mouth is. I could say 70% of the fights we could match up as 170. I'll know I'm confident when I lay my money with this certain person when I break down the fight. And this
And
is where I'm
who?
gonna put my money at.
Okay,
So I
okay,
would
and
be
who?
70% of the fights. It's a
Okay,
few. It's a few. I ain't gonna lie.
okay. So then, who would those be?
The few for me right now would be Tank against Loma.
Okay,
Loma against Devin Haney. Will
okay.
Loma's power be something that Haney can't handle? Loma's still quick. He an OG. Don't let the little gray hairs that's sneaking up on him fool us. He an OG, but he's still quick. So he got some sting. You know what I'm talking about? Shoulder fix. I don't think he maybe had the same shoulder situation that Haney's dealing with, where he lost a lot of power. So because we
Hmm.
saw him work a bigger dude in the Japanese cat in the last fight. So we know his power is still there to make a lot of the fights that we can match him up in 50-50, you know what I mean? Or even favor Loma a lot. So I think it is a few fights that are up in the air, but he's one of the names that it just roll of the dice and how you see him matching up with each dude. Like this outcome of the Comey fight will tell us a lot against a guy like Devin Haney. Comey
But see,
built
but then,
similar
but
to Devin Haney.
and I see what you're saying. But again, what happens if Loma goes life and death with Richard Coleman? That could happen. The only reason why I say that is because a lot of these fights that are, these mandatories and these cherry picks, man, it's in boxing. I'm noticing recently that these cherry pick fights and these mandatory fights, they're becoming a lot harder and harder. And I'm not sure if that's because of the skill level is dropping from the top A class fighters or what. What is it? Because it's like these mandatories and cherry picks are coming to fight. They're coming to win, and they're upsetting some guys. They're giving these A class fighters a run for their money. You know, I had Durante winning 7 rounds to 5, 8 rounds to 4, somewhere around there, but it was a close
Okay.
competitive fight. It was,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Cabosa just beat Tio. We didn't see that. So
Vlogs, let me get at
I
this.
did,
Vlog, let me
I
get at
did,
this.
I did, I did.
Yeah,
They
let me.
copy ripped my video, so the folks that fucking that I mean, man, the folks that rock with me, they didn't get to see it. They copy ripped my video, but I called that Gambosa's originally when it was set. So I see these joints, and it's just because Tiafimo is he chasing the social media fame. So once he had made a good accomplishment inside the ring, it kind of went to his head. And I felt like he was going to take a step back in the Cambosis fight, which opened up the door for a dude like Cambosis, who's real busy with his hands. You understand what I'm talking about? So, and he's willing to take a punch. And obviously, he took Tiafimo's best shots and got up. So I'm just saying, I did call that one, though. I ain't going to lie about that.
Hey, Lenore, let
oh,
me.
okay.
Lenore.
Most boxing heads didn't call that one.
No, he vlog definitely. He definitely called that. I actually want to kind of directly answer your question. Um, when you have these mandatories and you have guys that are supposed to be the guys that's supposed to get beat over the past 2 to 3 months, right? The first thing, you got to look at the inactivity. A lot of these top fighters, they're coming off of long layoffs. You got to factor that in. Take a Mikey Garcia versus Sandor Martin. He's coming off of a long layoff. You take some of these other mandatory fights and guys. The guy that what's my man at 168? That was smashing everything. Um, what's my man on Top Rank Vlog? Um, he had the knockout streak. Uh,
Edgar Berlanga.
Edgar
Edgar
Blanca.
Berlanga, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you take a guy like Berlanga, the guy he was supposed to fight, like that was supposed to have been like a semi-test, but it's supposed to have been an easy run. He went life and death. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a combination of guys' inactivity. Is another one is that these mandatories and these guys is coming in. They coming in to fight. They coming in to fight. Like they not taking a bag and just going home.
Hey, Garcia came to fight last
He
month.
came, yeah, he
Oh no,
came to
no, for
fight.
sure,
He came to
He
for
fight.
came to
Like
fight.
sure.
you factor that
It's
in as well. So it's a couple of things to answer your question. There's a couple of things that's happening, but I would say the main thing is these guys ain't coming to lay down, man. These guys ain't coming to lay down. They coming to get their check and they
no
coming to
for sure,
fight.
not for sure. But I'm saying like a couple years back, can remember when I really like first started watching boxing.
Mm-hmm.
The best of the best, they used to get through these mandatories and these cherry picks like it was not. I mean, not really. It wasn't too much more cherry picking, but they used to get through these mandatories and these no name guys like it was nothing. But now it's like shit. Can I? I mean, is the gap closing? Is it because this new generation is just not hungry like they used to be, or what? The skill level not there? What is it?
Lennar, give me an example. Because we can
Okay,
go all day on this. Give me an example.
okay. Now, now I'm going way back. It's like the
Okay.
19s. I wasn't even thought about then, but I mean, and I forget who he fought. But Muhammad Ali, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had a fight, and I forget the name of the fighter that he knocked him out like in the first round,
Mm-hmm.
and I forget him. He was like a no name, and I remember like just fights like that, where like it was like the top of the top used to just get rid of these guys like it was nothing, and now it's like I don't see that too much. I'm starting to see a
Um,
shift.
I'm pretty sure Vlog will want to cook on this. Let me cook on this first though. So I would say now compared to back then, even in the early 2000s, the 90s, there's just less fighters in the game that's that good, where they mopping a lot of dudes. It's the level of fighter, and I'm talking dominant fighter. I'm not talking about just overall level of fighters like within this era compared to the past era and all that. There's some guys it's just like they gonna mop dudes. Like you take like like you take like a Crawford. You take a Crawford, he's gonna mop most of the dudes that he jumps in the ring with, like because he's shown it. Spence, same thing. Like they never let you down in terms of their performance. Like when they step into the ring, you know what you're getting out of them dudes. The consistency is not the same now as it was back then. Guys are just really inconsistent coming into fights, man. I think that's a big part of it,
Exactly.
bro. I think it's a big part
Let
of it.
me let me throw a name out there for you that kind of help bring you to a balance of why you have that understanding of boxing at this point. There's just a lot more to Jerry Cooney type of fighters because boxing is so wide open to a bunch of outsiders that have actually taken to the sport and starting to be good at it, and they get a shot, and then they stepping up. You know what I mean? It's like when Appalachian State beat Michigan couple like a
Yeah,
decade ago type of thing. You see what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
just always going to happen in boxing. But I think because the sport is a little bit more open and a little bit more casual, that we're going to see some upsets because some guys are really, oh, the light's on, it's time to shine, and they
Yeah.
take to their opportunity.
Hey,
So
hey,
it's just like
vlog.
I said, it's just a bunch of more Jerry Coonies.
Hey, vlog. Can I throw a quick comparison out there? And Lenore,
Talk to me.
I think you'll appreciate this one. I think what you're talking about is the same vibe as the USA basketball team in the Olympics. Back when Mike and them was playing, yo, you
Exactly.
be mad if they ain't beat a team by 60. Nowadays, you got guys like Luca, you got guys like Giannis that's playing, you got guys like Ben Simmons that's playing on these teams out here in the Olympics. So now the Olympic basketball team, when they go to the Olympics, it ain't no cakewalk. They ain't just walking through, stopping through, knocking dudes out by 40, 50 points. Competition a
Exactly.
little better too. You know what I'm saying? I think that's that same feeling that you have, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Yeah, for nah, yeah, for sure. Like that's perfect. Give a perfect example. Like I remember back in the days when I wasn't born here, but I mean I can read when I was watching it.
Yeah,
Like how with basketball, like now you have all these foreigners like Luka Don and the international guys are starting to get better and they're starting to pick up the sport
absolutely.
of basketball. So it's starting to come closer. It's like, oh, okay. Like you're not having Lucas and what's that guy that I don't really watch basketball too much, but it was another dude who's I think he was a guard, a big guard white dude, and I think he won MVP last year or 2 years ago.
You
I
talking
Uh,
about
forgot.
Dirk Nowitzki,
some
guys like
Yeah, yeah,
that?
so,
guys like Dirk,
yeah,
guys like that. Facts. Oh, you
yeah.
talking about
They're coming in.
my man Nikola
The big
Jokic.
guy.
Jokic,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jokic,
My man Jokic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
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 oh,
yeah,
The
The
Joker, yeah,
Joker,
the
the
Joker.
Joker.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 So it's starting to like kind of the same thing with basketball. You starting to see these things starting to close down. Well, is it
Hmm.
happening with boxing?
I
You
think
know?
so. I think so,
I
bro. I
bet
think
that now to spin off on what you saying, Leonard, the gap is closing between the Euro elite fighters and our guys too. Because we got these Nigel Benn type of cats, and we got a other fringe type of dudes from over there that
Connor Ben.
kind of been. I still
Yeah.
say Nigel
No, you
because
good. You good.
I'm always, I started with the boy, so you know what I'm
Right,
saying.
right, right,
So you know
right,
how it is, but you know what I mean.
right.
His son nice though, so it's all due respect to his son. But I'm
Yeah.
saying we are starting to close that gap too. So in a way, Leonard has a point. He's starting to catch on to a little something. The gap
Hmm.
is really starting to close between the different
The
entities of
Amer-
boxing. It's some
yeah,
elite Asian cats out there right now. Look at what the cat Ione, whatever you want to
yeah.
Hmm.
say his name.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Like the gap,
Him, Loma,
yeah,
Usyk.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
it's
gaps are
closing.
really closing. So I
Anthony
gotta
Yard.
agree, Lamar, you on
Anthony
something
Yard.
with that point.
Lennar, I think
Y'all,
that was a great question. Because people now we see matchups now where the named fighters is facing unnamed fighters. So except for us saying, hey, who is this bum? Because the competition's closing, now we gotta
you gotta do
actually
your
Yeah,
look up
homework.
these dudes. We
yeah.
gotta
You
do
gotta do your
homework.
homework. I
We
did
got
Yeah.
mine though.
homework.
I told you I called Sandra too, bro. I've
He
been
called
cool.
Sandra Martin as well. I listen.
I
So
did.
now you
Pat
got to do
myself on the
homework.
back.
Yeah.
About to dislocate my shoulder. Pat myself on the back.
Yeah,
I
You
did.
you
got to
I
do
got to
called
do
that.
homework now.
homework now. Yeah, you got to do
You
homework
got
now.
you got to do homework. I
Absolutely.
can't just keep calling everybody who I don't know name a bum. I'm
Exactly.
starting,
You
I'm
got to
starting
do
to end
your
up like
homework.
Loki's coming around.
And the thing is, Leonard, with
Fuck around,
guys
lose some
needing
rent money. I know that.
absolutely,
Yeah, I
that's a
know.
fact. That's a fact. And then to add on to that, bro, we was talking vlog and I was talking about this earlier. We need these secondary promotional companies to put these fights on so there can be some tape on these guys so we can actually look them up and see what's going on. That's why I be saying, Leonard, like early in a guy's career, you'll see that a guy is 12 and 0, 13 and 0. And you got dudes out here to be like, oh man, he's 12 and 0, he's 13 and 0, and he's nice with it. You pull that person to the side and you be like, yo, how many fights have you actually seen outside of a highlight?
Exactly.
So you really just guessing. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, we need these secondary promotional companies to literally put these fights on, put them on YouTube, put them on Facebook, put them wherever you need to put them. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care if it's a guy loading them, like recording it on their cell phone. Put it
These are
up, bro, so we have things to look at.
this is the times I give respect to like Fight TV when they actually
Right.
put on real fight cards. Then
Thanks.
I gotta take a certain look and be like, damn, okay, they kind of doing a thing. I don't want to pay for their subscription, but at the same time, I wish I had it right now. You see what I'm saying? So we
Yeah.
gotta, we do kind of, it's a growing situation where we can't overlook these guys. You know what I mean? Because then we gonna miss out when it comes to somebody that we could have called and we could have put everybody up on. You feel
Hey,
me?
Lennar, let me kick more game to you, bro. I'm gonna kick
Mm-hmm.
more game to you. So you take a
Mm-hmm.
guy, you take a channel like Boxing First Vlog, right? You take a channel like myself, other channels out here. There's secondary boxing promoters that need guys like us to actually put their cards in the limelight. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of people that don't know Jesse Hart fighting this weekend. So a lot of guys that don't know who Not Fear Charles is, and he's linked up with the real Rick Ross. They don't know those things unless they listen in the vlog channel, or they watching vlog on the gram, or they listening to me, or they see me on the gram talking about it. They need guys like us to actually get their cars out there. Because to be honest with you, I'm like, it's gonna better their product, it's gonna better the sport, and it's gonna better the fighters that's underneath. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm like, we need to do homework now because exactly what you said, it feel like the gap is closing between
Yeah,
the named fighters and the unnamed
and the
fighters.
no name fighters started closing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Lenore, I feel like that was a great point that you brought up, man. Like that's a great point. Let me get
Appreciate
these
it.
comments real quick. Um, William Gonzalez said there's 4 pounds on the scales. I don't know how much he weighed fight night. William Gonzalez, I don't know the details of it. Usually with that much weight, they'll usually make Montana Love weigh in the day of the fight and say he can't weigh no more than a certain amount. So I don't know if that's what happened or he just paid the 5 and just came in and weighed whatever he wanted. I'm not sure. First vlog showing a lot of love for love. Yeah, he's showing him a lot of love, man. He said a lot of these guys fight in TJ. I'm assuming you mean like Tijuana, Mexico.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what he means.
that's what he
I'm
means.
in San Diego, so
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
means
yeah.
Tijuana. Yeah.
So nah, that's the case as well. A lot of guys are fighting overseas and fighting in Mexico because it's easier for them to get a fight out there in Mexico than it is in the States. It's less legal stuff, less logistics, things like that. Devin Haney, a lot of his early career was built up in Tijuana. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good point by William Gonzalez. You know what I mean? But it just goes to the point, like Lennar said. I feel like the gap is closing between the top names and the guys that don't have a name. And just being in these gyms and being in these boxing streets and all that, some of the most dangerous guys in the gym is the guys that don't have a name. But everybody
I
in that
know
gym know, like they will whip your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
I'll throw a name out there for you. Keep your young bucks on your toes, like Leonard Thomas, Oliver McCall, Jim Dude. Name ringing bells. Ain't nobody really want to fuck with him. And it took Lennox Lewis to find out why his name was ringing bells in the goddamn gyms. You feel what
And
I'm talking about?
yeah, and that's a great name, and that name is always going to resonate with me because his family and my family grew up directly across the street from each other in North Philly, so we cool with the McCall family. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's
Shout
just
out
some
to the
guys. Yeah, big shout out to the McCall family, but it's just some guys is just known. It's like they may not have the biggest name in the world, but they will whip your ass. Like you taking Emmanuel Augustus. He's another name. You see him walking to the gym, avoid it. You know what I'm saying? You look at his record, you be like, he wasn't that good. But no, that's that same dude that gave Floyd Mayweather the toughest fight of his career. So Lenore, again, it's not a lot of times you got to dig a little bit deeper than just the actual name. You got to ask, why do they not have the name? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
who's they
Yeah,
backing?
Were
They
they?
matchmaking.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I
Why
listen,
don't they have the
Lenore.
name?
Hey Lenore, you know another thing that's funny,
Boots
bro?
is the
Boots.
modern
What?
day example.
Yeah, Boots is a
Who?
name.
Who?
Boots. Jerron Ennis.
No, but I
Ooh,
mean, at least but hardcores know who Boots is at this point, and at
They
least Boots is
just
on the
started
come.
to
I'm
know
talking about
about
these
him.
guys from like you, huh?
I'm gonna tell you, you know what? Hey
I'm
Lenore,
from the city, so
Huh?
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
my
I've been
man,
knowing about him about 14 fights in. I ain't gonna lie.
listen, my
I
man,
just ain't doing him like
yeah,
that.
my man Tree James, he a cruiserweight. He's 5-4. I had Shane hit my phone up 2 days ago. He said, yo, he was just like, bro, he's never really got a real shot in his career. I said, why you say that, Shane? He said every single fighter he fought was undefeated. I said, yeah. I said, when you got irresponsibility when it comes down to matchmaking and you throw your guy up against killer after killer after killer, if your man comes out with a plus 500 record in these boxing streets, people might be like, oh, well, he a bum. But if you really comb into the resume, you be like, damn, everybody he fought is
Tree
undefeated.
a
He
problem.
going, tree a problem. Like, you understand
Yeah,
what I'm saying? But he can
yeah.
speak on it. He can speak on that. So with Lennar, we might have to do a live just specifically on guys
On
that
this topic.
don't have on this topic. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I feel like that's a great topic. So we need to come. Actually, you know what? You know what we need to do, fellas? We need to come up with maybe like 10 names that cats need to be on the lookout for. Like the names not really buzzing in these streets, but when you look at them, when you do your homework on them, you be like, yo, this a dude that we need to check for. And I think we need to
Well,
do a whole podcast on
well,
that,
let's
bro.
keep it solid, G5. You know, I've been on the hidden gems thing for a minute. And I felt
I ain't talking
you
about you.
supposed
I know you've been on it.
you
You've
know
been on it.
me. You know I'll
I'm
find the
talking.
name, baby.
No, I'm talking
Shout out
about
man Tagu. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You
big.
understand me?
Yeah, and that's something Vlog been doing for a while. That's something I've been doing for a while. But it kind of you kind of just brought back old Lenore with that comment. You kind of just brought back old memories in terms of how
Mm.
how we used to get down. And I'm talking like pre Goodfellas podcast and and all that. We talking like mirror days and stuff like that. If you was around G5 Jeff TV that long, you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah,
brings us back to those days. But nah, we need to definitely do like a
get
top
back,
10 names.
get deep in the streets and
Get deep
find
in
some
them
good ones.
streets. Yeah,
Yeah,
get deep
find
in
some
them
good ones.
streets. Yeah, for sure, man. Hey Lenore, what you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow I might be in LA, man. I don't know if I told you, I'll be acting and stuff, so I don't know if I can make it tomorrow.
Big
But
shout
I
out to
mean,
you, bro. Hey, listen,
yeah.
you got you with us on IG. You let us know when you available. You know what I'm saying, and whenever you available, let us know.
Yeah, you
We
got the
got the
invite.
you got
You,
the invite, you got the red carpet. You know what I'm saying? It's been listen, and there's very few that has the red carpet. It's probably less than 5 that has
Oh wow.
the red carpet.
I had to tell him that he act like he had jumped in and he was like, oh, okay. I'm like, man, hold on, young buck.
You got listen.
Oh,
I that's
Slow it
listen.
down. Pump your
That's why I
brakes. You
said,
understand?
hey
Get your
Lenore,
emergency brake system fucked
that's
off.
no,
Nah, but it's
listen,
all good though. You
you
feel me?
wasn't around. You wasn't around when him and Shane had the sparring match. So yeah. Hey Lenore, just to let you know before we get up off of here, I did talk Shane into leaning more towards our consensus as far as Errol Spence
I
is
heard about
concerned.
that convo. I heard
I
about
had
that
to
convo.
I had to really sit him. I had to really sit him down. And after I talked to him for a while, that's you. And he'll tell you this. I ain't even taking shots at him. That's usually what happens when Shane and I have a disagreement on something technical. When it comes down to the sport of boxing, I might have to talk to him for like an hour and just bring up different things, and I'll be like, "Bro, like this is why your opinion's not accurate." Like, and for the people that don't know, like Shane, just to put things in context, Shane said that he felt like Errol Spence foot placement was horrible. And I said I had a problem with his wording because I was like, everything that Spence is good at is because his foot placement is great. You know what I mean? So I just
to jump in because I missed that argument though. I ain't gonna lie. His foot placement is what got him the knockdown against
exactly,
Exactly.
bro, exactly.
So
Exactly.
Shane, I'd have just stabbed him with that one and turned it a little bit. You understand what I'm talking about? So and I ain't never even watched every foot plant that Spence ever did, but I watched that one because you know Porter is my guy and I had to pay attention to what happened. So he lost the foot placement and the angle of that uppercut. It wasn't even the power shot; it was just the angle. It took him off his hinges. So you feel me? He lost that argument with both of y'all, I guess.
Yeah,
he'd have lost if I was in there too.
Yeah, and the thing that's crazy about it, even with that shot, right? Even with that shot, what Sean tried to do is he threw his punches up close. Spence had him pinned. They didn't even know it. He had him pinned. So he had his right foot over top of Sean's left foot. So when Sean tried to back out, he tried to back out straight back. He caught him right in between steps. And it was the reason for it is because he had his foot placement perfect. Completely
right
turned on the shot. Right on top of
it.
it.
On top of him.
Right on top of him.
Security at the club. Nigga, what? Man, get on up out of here with all that bullshit.
Yeah, I had to.
Moving on you.
I was trying to. So when you explained that to him, G5, what was he saying?
No, he was saying that basically, he was basically saying that Errol Spence camouflages his bad foot placement with his long arms and his dimensions. So what I told him, I gave him examples of guys that have great dimensions, but their foot placement stinks. I gave him like 5-6 examples of that.
Jeff Horn. I mean, he's a tall 5'9" welterweight, and his foot placement stunk.
I got a legendary name for you, whose foot placement to me was the worst, but he's a Hall of Famer.
Who?
Tommy Hearns.
Tommy Hearns.
Hearns.
Tommy foot placement
in some of his big moments was real off, bro. You would have thought it would have been a tie-up moment, but he tried to step on that lead foot and it just wasn't in the right spot, and his lean back game wasn't right, and he got caught over the top. We remember some of them shots Tommy caught, so you gotta look back down to the foundation of why was he there, because he didn't plant right and he wasn't on the right angle to go out the side door or back door at the particular length that he needed.
You know what?
Just it was off to me. That's just my analysis. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But you know, just real quick, who just off the top of my head, just thinking right now, who had excellent, some of the all-time great, man, put in my top 10 foot placement would be Pernell Whitaker and what's his face, James Toney.
Yeah. They put
on my wall, baby.
They
know what it is, man. With the OG, man.
They foot placement. And the thing is, bro,
especially James Toney, the way James Toney shifts his when he shifts his weight when he does his punches. Man,
and the thing is, I think the reason Shane kind of shifted more towards our side is because I told him that when an orthodox fighter is fighting a southpaw, the southpaw doesn't have to necessarily have their foot on the outside in order for them to win the position battle. I'm like, as long as they're even with the guy that's in front of them, their foot is even with the other guy. You know what I'm saying? When it's even.
Hey, can hold on. This how smooth I am with this boxing game. I said that shit last night. Tank started taking over the fight once he stopped worrying about where his foot was at. And he just relied on his natural athleticism, get the jab cracking, diversify this uppercut game, started throwing more straights. I said that in my live. I put that on everything. If you go back and watch my live, I said that exact same shit. Your foot placement for a southpaw, it doesn't always have to be precise. This is why Sweet Pea was so good. As long as he was good where he was at foundational wise, he was gonna get off his lean game, his dip game, things like that. So y'all, Jeff is just on point.
G5, and the thing is, I didn't hear him say that last night. That's the thing. So I know that's how I vlog and I thinking like. But the next time you run into Shane, he's probably not gonna have that discussion with you. Like, you know what I mean? But it was a discussion that needed to be had because I was just like, it's a responsibility that we all take because I'm like, if I let Shane get away with that on camera, then he's probably going to be telling other people that as well. So I literally had to, I literally went to other people. I went through great lengths to show him that he was inaccurate in regards to what he was seeing. I asked L Dub the same question. He gave the same answer I gave. He gave the same answer you gave, Lennar. Same question that Vlog just said. I asked Stay Ready Boxing. You know, that's Spence guy.
I got another example to back this up because he was doing it last night. Adamas switching southpaw orthodox. His foot placement was not accurate, but his ability to believe in his shoulder roll, his lean back, he kept himself out of trouble because you're not always just believing on am I right? And when you're orthodox and you're fighting a southpaw, it might affect you differently because you might be feeling like I gotta be on this line to get my jab right. You feel what I'm saying? So it's different for each particular athlete, but I think it's more difficult and affects orthodox people, orthodox fighters more than people that can switch and more natural southpaw.
Yeah, I and just to kind of cap that off, the reason I'm even bringing up the debate that we had in regards to foot placement and things like that, it's kind of just goes back to the essence of the channel. Like we really talk this technical shit over here. We talk this technical shit over here. No bullshit, no gimmicks, no TMZ type shit. Like no. What other channel or channels between myself and Vlog's channel where you literally gonna hear a hour? Vlog, we went on for Lennar. How long was it? Like over an hour?
3 hours, maybe.
It was the live was 3.5 hours, but from the time you came on, we was arguing about that for like an hour, right? Like an hour straight.
Oh yeah,
We argue for hours straight about Errol Spence foot placement, bro. You're not gonna find that anywhere else.
No, and I in bringing up different reasons why in different boxing breakdowns of why you're wrong here and why you're wrong here. And,
yeah,
the technical breakdown.
You're not gonna get that anywhere else. And Vlog, we kept it respectful. Lennar ain't get disrespectful with Shane. Shane ain't get disrespectful with Lennar. Like everybody was just bringing up their points, and it took for me to have an off-camera conversation for him that he still thinks that it's not great, but I got him leaning enough to where like we don't have to have a hour conversation about it.
Now, I heard you say we keep it respectful, and I want to reiterate. I just gotta put this out here because. I mean, people get reckless, and I just want people to understand we keep it respectful because we can get disrespectful, but we don't because we gentlemen. And I always said boxing is a gentleman's sport. So
boxing media should definitely be a gentleman's sport. I know we keep it gentleman here, because and that's why I would say 9 times out of 10 we don't get anyone in here disrespectful at all, because that's kind of the foundation that we set from the beginning back when we had 50 subs, 100 subs. We didn't put up with that crap back then. We don't put up with it now. That's why guys like Lennar Thomas can come on here and feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? He kick his feet
whether
up.
We agree or disagree with him.
Yeah, come in here talking shit, man. And it's like, and it's crazy because I'm like, there's a lot of people to take Vlog's words that are not gentlemen when it comes down to covering the sport of boxing. What channel do you know that's going to put a link in the chat and be like, yo, come jump in, come chop it up with us? Bro, we gotta literally beg people to click the link. People will type messages for hours, but if I put the link in the chat,
they don't want
to get on. And I'll be like, yo, you don't have to have the camera on. I'll be like, yo, you don't have to have the camera on. You don't have to show your face. You understand what I'm saying?
But we got that smoke though. We gonna talk about boxing.
You can't get on here. You can't get on here talking no nonsense. And you can't just come in here just saying whatever at the end of the day, man. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's people just not used to having that option, or they don't want that smoke. Like I don't know what it is. Like Leonard, the first time I met him, he was like, "Yo, I'm trying to jump on." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." Like we actually invite that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we be tired of reading the messages half the time. If you send like 10 plus messages, you need to
Man,
just
get
jump
in.
on. Just
Get
get
it.
on in. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just
Shoot your
get
shit.
on in. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
shoot
Just
your
get
shit.
on in at the end of the day, because sometimes we can't get to all the comments. Sometimes we can't get to all of them because we just
Yeah,
cooking.
get to him now though. Get to him now before
Yeah,
we
we
get
only
out
got
here.
like two. Yeah, we only got like two. He said William Gonzalez said it was a left hook. Yeah, yeah. Hold on. What was the shot that Spence knocked down Porter with? Wasn't it the right hook?
No,
I
it was
don't know if it was. I
uppercut.
forget. I think it was a left, but I could be. I think it was left hook. No,
No,
I don't know. I
it
don't
was an
know.
uppercut.
No,
It was an
it was a
uppercut.
hook. It was a hook.
It was
I
a
thought
hook.
It
it
was a
looked like
hook.
it
But
was
I
a
don't remember if it was
45
left.
shot.
I thought it was an uppercut.
No,
I know whatever it was compact. It was compact.
I'm gonna put that up on IG tomorrow. So look for me on IG for that post. I'm gonna try to find a pic of it or whatever. But yeah, that's
You probably,
interesting. I thought it
probably
was
be able to find a
uppercut,
clip.
but I could be wrong. I've been
I
off that
think
Haney
it was
block, so
I think it was a quick hook. I just don't know. I want to
yeah,
say it
y'all
was
could
a
be
right
right.
hook.
Y'all could be right, but
I
I
thought it
feel
was
like it was
left, but I'm
uppercut.
not sure.
Because it was, you know what shot he caught him with, yo? It was a quick hook. That same shot that he caught Chris Algieri with coming out in that fight to demo him, that was that same shot that he caught Porter with. That half step, he had his foot on the outside, quick hook, trying to back out, snapped
Okay,
him with it.
I'm
We gonna
try
find
to
the
find
clip,
a clip.
bro. Find that clip
Yeah,
and post that thing.
they tripping with the clips. I'll just find a pic if I
All
can.
right.
I'll put that on IG tomorrow though. That's a
Yeah,
good one. That's a good
and
one.
William Gonzalez said Earl Spence is a sound boxer. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hey, Lenar, man, give him your social media before we get up out of here, good brother.
Leonard Thomas _ LENNARTHOMAS _ on Instagram.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Lenar, I need to see you in the follow section on my shit so I can follow you right back.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you
Do
follow
that
my
right
man
now, bro.
vlog, man. I'm gonna send you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
do
shoot you
that
the
right
link in
now,
Okay,
bro.
your
So
joint.
we
for
can
sure.
stay linked.
I'm gonna
All right,
shoot you the
yeah.
link in your joint.
It's boxing #1 though. It's the #1
Yes,
ST
yes,
I'm gonna
vlog.
shoot
yeah.
him all the
Send it to me,
info.
G5.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him all the info as soon as we get
Okay,
off here.
All
yeah.
right.
So I want to follow you right back as soon as I get you in a follow joint, bro.
Yeah,
All right,
hey
all
vlog.
right, for sure, guys.
Hey
I got.
Lenar, man, appreciate you, brother.
All right, you guys.
Let me know your
All right,
schedule for the rest of the week.
all right. Have a
All
good
right,
one.
bro. All right.
All right, fam. Go.
Hey vlog, give me your social media before we get up out of here, baby.
Man, I just said it. I'm gonna say it again. Boxing #1 STVLOG vlog. That's boxing #1. The actual #1 STVLOG vlog on Instagram. I'm back active on Twitter. I actually got a tweet out that's active for everybody to take a vote on Twitter. BoxingFirst Vlog, as you see it on your screen. It's what's the #1 sport cracking right now? Y'all just hit the Twitter account. Tell me what you think. Just drop a vote, man. It don't cost you no time. It don't cost you no money. You feel me? And follow me at G5JeffTV.com for another banging article coming out. More than likely, give me 2 days. I'm about to pin a banger for us right now. So we just active on the website. We active at the fantasy league. We just active all over the place, man. And my live was lit, so y'all can check that last night for the card. Tell me what y'all think of my play by play, and hit it for the like. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to get to 1,000 before 2022, but if it don't happen, the grind continues. So you feel me? Look out for your OG. That's all it is.
Absolutely, man. Well said. Definitely. His Twitter is in the chat. His Instagram is in the chat. Definitely follow him in regards to the articles that's going down on G5 Jeff TV. Also, you can find those articles on Google News as well. To be honest with you, Vlog is the only active one writing out of the three of us right now, so he's definitely holding it down. Definitely go follow his channel. What we're gonna do is Boxing First Vlog and our family from out of the UK Boxing Lowdown. Big shout out to Daryl. Big shout out to Lori. We basically gonna do we basically gonna run a promotion with both of those channels. We need both of them at 1,000. We need both of them at 1,000. If we get both of them to 1,000 by the end of this year, we gonna up the prize money for the fantasy league from 500 to 600. We gonna up it from 500 to 600, man. But we need both. We need both. We need both of them at 1,000 before the year is out. So we done cooked for a good 2.5 hours, man. To be honest with you, that's an hour and a half more than I thought I was gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's what happens
know
when you
why
talking that good boxing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
You
what
know what
happens
it
when you
is.
talk that big boxing, man. You
Hey,
know what I'm
what I
saying?
tell you when we started this, Jeff? I said when you in these boxing streets, they got good hands. I
Absolutely,
say that because they get a hold of you, boy. I told you
absolutely,
that when we started this, and I reiterated when we finished. I salute
absolutely.
everybody and appreciate all the support.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And with that very well said statement, we're gonna close it out right there, man. So on behalf of VP Shane, aka Shane Usyk, aka Shane Abiabuchi, my man Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt Bayless in the building, man. Your boy G5 Jeff TV, man. On behalf of the staff, we will be back tomorrow with episode 32 of the Goodfellas podcast, the best podcast in the business. Don't get it twisted. We're gonna be back tomorrow and we're gonna cook right back up. Peace out.
Gone.